Hey, this is Carbon the Element with you, and this is the Not PG-13 Hee Haw podcast.
Ready?
Let's make beats on my spare time.
Clearly.
Okay, straight back out the multiverse. We pull another variant.
Yeah.
The X Factor.
We pull another variant. So,
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
So yeah, everybody thought that there was no big fat version of me.
I ain't fat. I resent that.
I haven't seen the guy.
Okay,
big
well, okay.
bone.
I'm saying, I'm talking. You're fat compared to me. Everybody, he's fat compared to me. Everybody in this room is fat compared to me.
I'm offended, but I'm not really because I used to be 410 pounds when I had dreads. So yeah.
Kimbo Slice.
Correct.
That man was a tank.
Yeah. Well, okay. So out of the multiverse.
Out of the multiverse.
Because last week the girl said I said I was the fattest version of me. I found a fat version of me.
I'm not too sure I'm a version of you, but we're going to find out.
Hey, you was like the older Peter Parker from.
You think?
Older Peter Parker. The
All
older
right,
Peter
let's-
Parker. I was like a Miles Morales.
You're not buying into this. You're a smart guy. You
Miles Morales.
You're a smart guy.
What I would say is,
Hey, we didn't do the introduction. You had to introduce yourself.
of course.
Apologies. That's my fault. Believe me.
That's my fault.
Always as usual, it's your boy Mr. Bazzi.
I know, too, man.
We outside here today, right? This is episode number 69. 64?
Why you had to go 69 for him, though? Like,
Yeah, that's kind of.
that's why.
I'm sitting here awkwardly with that
Hey, would, you,
revelation.
would, you, would you like this drink now?
Nah, Puffy, nah.
Okay. That bottle looking kind of oily, boy.
Nah, Diddy. It's all good.
It's like baby oil mixed with water. That's
All right, Diddy. No.
Glycerin. Hey,
Fun fact. My buddy was actually an engineer in Bad Boys. I've been in there a gazillion times.
you went to any parties?
Nah, I never been in the parties. I have been in the coke room though.
When
I've
I say
been in the coke room.
when they say
So
coke
when
roast.
they say coke room, right?
The room is like all white. Now, first things first, like if you've ever been in a real studio, you know the door is like almost like 6 inches thick and you
Yeah.
have like the soundproof and locks on it.
Yeah.
This door like 8 inches thick, right?
Right.
So when them girls go bowling.
Well, I can't speak to that because I've only been in when the building is pretty empty. Now, the fun fact is when you go in this room, you can only open the door from inside. So when the room is accessible, the door is open, like it's ajar, right? And when you go in there, everything's white. The floor is white, the walls are white, the couches are white, the tables are white, everything's white.
And,
Now,
and the blue light.
no,
That's
everything.
exposing
No,
stains
listen to me.
is-
Everything is white. There's a reason for that because it's a powder. So if the NYPD was to run up, first things first, they can't get in because there's no way. Listen, the door is so thick. There's no way for them to get in. You ever saw that movie with them two dudes who
Yes.
tried to rob a thing and they ended up like on the train and there was like some corrupt cops and it was like I can't remember the name of the movie now. Chadwick Boseman was in it.
Oh, definitely not.
This is the first time a movie. Dog.
Sorry,
this
I
might
do
really
movie
be the
references
multi-
because I'm on the spectrum.
This might
Sorry.
really be the multiverse.
I always bring up
because
movie
he's the
references.
first one to pull up a movie
No,
reference.
I'm movies and lines from abstract lines from the third verse and random songs that people will be like, what?
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, this gonna be a good conversation then
Because
yeah.
I was telling my lady today, like Lil Wayne say I have to walk soft to not piss the ground off.
Okay.
So I pull randoms because stuff is jump out to me like that. But anyhow, this movie that the name I just can't, it stuns me right now. I just can't remember. But the thing about it is that like when the cops came to get them in this bunker that they were in, it took them like 15 minutes to get through the door.
Jesus
because the door
Christ.
too thick. So you have at least 10 minutes at a time.
Yeah,
Because they're
yeah,
gonna have to use one of them big saw things and all that sort of drama. So what do you do in 10 minutes at a time if you have bricks all over the place? You just blow it. It's a white room. You can't see anything.
No, they can find traces, obviously.
Yeah, but you can't pin traces on anybody.
You can't say it's this man or that
You
one.
can't pin. That's your brick or is my brick? I'm visiting. I'm a guest.
no,
you
but
know?
I think most likely because this nigga is a super villain.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a billionaire, by the way.
No, I mean obviously there's more to it, but the base level of it is the room is white, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
if it any ground where you can't see it. It's just it's what it is.
Is what is reasonable plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability, reasonable doubt,
Doubt,
like all that jazz. So yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah. So live from the multiverse.
Big up my boy Matix because he walks
From
into the studio. Yeah, we were. Oh god, this is so crazy. We were now. Remember, I just told you all us have to carry a witness, right?
Right.
Before we recorded. So just this is gonna sound stupid, but it is as it is.
Only bring people on the spectrum on the show from now on.
You're feeling it.
So I'm chilling in New York with my homie. He goes to work. He's an engineer. So as an engineer, he goes to work. He sits there. He waits if artists fall in. They fall in. At the time, like Mims is big and them dudes and them, Mr. This is why I'm hot,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And he's in the studio just chilling with his keys. He calls me. He's like, so what you doing today? Because, I'm doing my whole New York pop. I'm like, nah, just chilling at the crib at his house. He's like, well, come down in the city now. Are we in for the weekend? I'm like, who? He's like, you know who's the weekend? I was like, nah. And I just, hop on a couple trains and I go down. And that's why I get introduced musically to the weekend. And his album at the time, well, no, he's not. I disagree, but I'm not mad at you.
No, yeah, that's a good thing for me. He makes me want to channel my inner
Well, yeah, but I'm not too sure which weekend you know. So the weekend,
don't want when you fuck up.
Yes, but
you went class straight up.
Yes, I'm talking. Oh God, you bring shout out first class, right? But the weekend that I know is House of Balloons weekend. So this is a different weekend to pop star weekend of now, and this is where me being an OG to yours a little different. So because I'll cut to the chase and I get back to the weekend, right? So he didn't show, but I'm gonna explain why he didn't show. So House of Balloons, and if you've never heard the album House of Balloons, and I know generationally. The kids nowadays don't listen to albums. You really might need to, right?
He doesn't know who he's talking.
No, I don't mind you calling me because I graze my bed now. So I willing to embrace it.
Nah, it was just being sarcastic. You're almost my age. You're almost the same age.
I wouldn't know. You look good, Fred, though. Shout out to you. Flowers all the way.
Appreciate it.
We finally got flowers, brother.
I feel like I've been dragged through it a few times. I'm tired. Like I came up here tired, right? My humanity, human in right now. My life been lifing for the past 2 weeks. So you know what I mean? But yeah, go. I can get back to the weekend thing.
Yeah. So before you go into that, you realize that because you like lyrics and stuff.
Right.
Everybody clown Cameron for years about
Killer Cam. No, they should have never.
The computers Putin.
Yes.
I know everybody
doing life in.
Everybody doing this shit now. I just have to say
no, Cam. Oh God, you're gonna have me all over the spectrum. No pun intended. Cam is a genius.
Years ahead of his time.
Years, and the proof of it is his old ass now could sit down with Mace of all people, right? And they just drop a beat and Cam does Cam and it is fresh.
Correct.
It is
original.
Dope. No.
It's stupid fly.
Right? No, when I remember, oh God, I really am old. I remember when Boy came out and he flipped the whole Mariah Carey sample.
When you say Boy?
Yeah, the song Oh Boy, right? I remember hearing it. I like, because I all grimy. I was like, this too happy for me.
You like your what's this?
I like music dark. So and that's part of why I'm not really a big fan of soca. All right, we'll get into that for sure. I know you're gonna get into that.
No, I hate soca. I hate soca too. So
well, right. No, here's the thing. I have no issue with saying you hate soca. I do eat pepper in my doubles. Now, watch how this is gonna boomerang back, right? I do pepper in my doubles. I think pepper in Trinidad, the pepper game, especially by the doubles, man, because doubles not make to carry home and be soggy, right? You understand, right?
Yeah.
But I think it becomes a penis competition with a lot of small penis dudes, like trying to see if they can have more pepper than Chan.
You gonna get canceled for this one, guys.
No, go ahead.
I think tonight is nice.
But you can't cancel somebody who not on there. Like I don't Insta, I don't whatever the case. You can't really cancel me. You can't say you're not gonna book me because I don't take bookings.
Have levels to this multiverse.
I don't DJ unless
Highlander.
No, but I don't DJ unless I want to DJ for you.
That's why people videography. I don't want to.
Yeah, if I don't want to tell my musical story to you and your people, I don't. Yeah, listen, it's true. Not somebody gonna DJ for free. Somebody gonna DJ for 500, and then you're still at a hire like a Carrier or Traveling, and shout out all my boys. You gotta hire them still if you want somebody on the bill. You don't get me. Right? Traveling could get me to come and open his R&B party for him. Like, all I listen to right now is I'm a piano. You don't get me.
I'm a P.O. I don't know.
You've never heard I'm a piano?
I'm a piano.
You did no research on me before you came?
I know, because you're not kidding. You're not on nothing.
I just said I know nothing, right? Right.
For me to find out about you, you don't understand what I would have to do. I would have to go on something called the dark web. And I don't think so. But I feel you. No, like legit. You could go and find out anything.
It's easier. You could have probably asked Isaac and you'd have probably asked.
Okay.
Brave boy.
Right now, I'm beefing with Isaac.
You're beefing with the rod?
I'm beefing with Isaac.
I'm a fan, by the way, of the rod.
Isaac, is your dog. Isaac, fuck you. Your dog. So your text message.
I'm a mad fan of the rod, and not even just musically. Look how y'all have me all over the place. I still even finish the weekend stuff, right?
This is the podcast.
Clearly. So I'm a mad fan of the rod, not even musically.
You're a mad fan of the rod?
No, I said the rod. Clearly my run.
Pause.
Where are the sound effects when you need it for this guy?
I'll line them up there now. The pause right there.
Wrong. Again, why is he Myron from Fresh and Fit? Why is he Trinidad bootleg Fresh and Fit Myron?
This is
it's
not
Timo, it's
the
Timo.
first time that someone.
Would?
Okay, so there are three references that we
God.
hear in our regular
I
basis.
was. Here's the thing. I could never
Hold
be
on.
Myron. One,
Just
I'm
now.
older than that
Just
guy.
now, just
Two,
now, just
I have
now.
my hair.
Don't
Three,
argue. Hey, wait.
I'm not from North.
I'm happy you still have yours. I don't got mine no more.
Don't argue, dog. Just now.
No, it's vexing. It's vexing.
The first comparison is Myron.
Right.
The second comparison is Sonny Bling.
Nah, shout out Karen. Karen is my homie. This is
Yeah.
and this is not disrespect to you, but it's also not disrespect to him.
Yeah.
Karen is one of the most intelligent, articulate. Yeah, you wouldn't know that, right? Because
No, it's not me, you know.
He plays an idiot. He plays a comic
Character.
guy.
That's his character.
It's correct, but who he is
It's not him.
is thoughtful, deep.
No, he's a family man,
as
you
a-
can see.
no, but just beyond family man, he's one of the most intelligent people that I've had the privilege over my
Okay, we are
2
getting this guy,
decades
sure.
or so
No, sure.
of existing in this sphere to have met.
The entertainment industry.
Yeah, well, it's trying out the entertainment hustle. I don't know, industry. I ain't going there, right?
It's my lot.
This man is a shitter on all things Trini.
No, no, that actually could. You see, this is why they want to cancel my passport. This is why I don't want to cancel passport. No, it's not that. It's just listen. I don't understand as a Trinidadian why we had to get the box. I came up. There's a box that we get put in where Bears are Carib, Maracas is the best beach, which is not. It's in Trinidad is actually Toco. Right?
okay.
Like our body lighthouse on that stretch.
Yeah.
That is comparable because it literally has the same reef from Pigeon Point side. It's comparable to beaches in Tobago, which
Is actual
unequivocally,
beaches.
we not just that, we know the Tobago beaches are the shit, right? We're not questioning that.
Agreeably.
So there's no if the coral that breaks off from Tobago comes to Trinidad, rests in Toco, why are we saying any other beach is the best beach? But you look from governance to us to generations, wherever it's the case, we just buy into the box and we cool with the box. Now I don't understand why we cool with the box.
It's called being in a colony.
Island.
Well, no, it's also called apathy and it's called social acceptance and it's called getting in to fit in, which is all fine and dandy, but you know, who like me, who don't. So we good. And I'm not doing that in some rebellious kind of way. Like literally, I'm a strong cup of tea. Have people out here can't stand the sight of me. Like on point. Like I'm in Just Jesus 20th anniversary. The newspaper takes a picture of me and my homie. There's a whole WhatsApp chat going off on why was he there.
Okay, first off, I don't understand.
Yeah.
The name's here, colon. I really don't know who they are. I don't know
no,
Just- I
all
don't
right.
know
So
Just-
yeah, you wouldn't.
I
So
don't.
Just Jace is the biggest DJ in history of Trinidad and Tobago.
I know a guy that we used to call Just Jace. And I don't even want to mention
He's
how-
currently on Hot 93, I think. I think he's here on 93 Just Jace. I
Okay.
don't know who that Just Jace is.
I'm from the generation that we stopped listening to radio. We just
No, I know. It's
So I
same.
don't-
I was fortunate enough to be in the generation of radio in Trinidad where a lot happened quickly. And I'm unfortunate to be just too young for the pre-radio generation when
Okay.
shit was really popping.
Explain that generation because we have no
But I
fucking
can't because technically speaking, I wasn't around for it. But I can tell you, like, I'm big into the NFL. I was never a FIFA kid. I was a Madden kid.
Okay.
Right?
Respect,
It is what it is. Like, I'm not mad at
Who's your
football.
team? Who's your team?
So all my white people, and I'm in the States, and I call them my white people because I'm their Trinidadian. My white people understand that I can't have a team because I have no allegiance to things.
To
over
the
there.
city.
So
or
I
anything.
have, like, I will actually watch people from college go forward. So I've been a Steph Curry fan. Now, of course, I'm a LeBron fan too because you could hate them all you want, but greatness is greatness, right? We don't need to do this Kobe LeBron thing or LeBron Jordan thing, whatever. So I'm a Steph Curry fan. So if you ask me in the NFL who I'm a fan of right now, I will tell you the Watt brothers and obviously Patrick Mahomes. I used to watch him when he was in Oklahoma.
Right.
Oklahoma? The team was black and brown. Again, I'm not a college guy, so I don't have to be. He was sick.
This is how I pick my teams, right? So, you know, when you're Madden, like
Yes.
that Madden, if you remember
Yes.
GameCube.
What do you mean if I remember GameCube?
Right. So I had
I was on
Madden.
for the Atari 2600. Shout out Jules Sobian.
The Atari 2600.
Right. So,
Shout out Jules and Darian and the whole Sobian clan.
So anyway, and for some reason, whatever team that I land on, for some weird reason, does win a Super Bowl or like I was playing
More power to you.
FIFA 98. I play as Greece before the Euro Cup, and I was like, they didn't have none of the
Traitor.
fucking, I didn't have none of the
So he's a traitor. Because for those who don't know, FIFA 98 is the World Cup edition. Now, this is where you'll get to see the nerdy side of him, right?
Right.
Because my day job, I'm a
I say
technology
98,
man.
97, 98. When you could have
No,
press power in the computer.
if it was 98, brother, that was World Cup. And you as a Trinidad, you're not allowed to play anybody but Trinidad.
This true.
For you to just to get the number and the generic black person sprites.
No, it wasn't. We had, and again, Trinidadians don't understand Trinidad's greatness, which is part of what my angst is, right? We don't understand the greatness of Trinidad because we've so allowed them, whoever they are, the culture vultures and the deciders.
The men who make the game.
No, them, the bigger populace of Trinidad who are the influencers to this thing, to break us down to bears, a carib, beaches, maracas, and you have to eat shark and bake. Therein lies the issue.
Gents.
Pause.
Right? We started off quite well. All right? But,
We went wild.
we're going well. So I'll come and bring it back.
We have a lot to catch back on.
Yeah, so let me start back from the weekend story. Weekend, right?
Oh,
Weekend.
God.
So we reach weekend.
Yeah, so the Weeknd was to come in the studio.
Yeah.
And at the time, the Weeknd was basically a homeless heroin addict who every record label wanted to sign. And because he was, Drake's homie, he used to get to like fly on private jets. I just said he's a homeless heroin addict, right?
Wild.
And he would just like pop up in Japan. And like all the record labels would send the engineers and everybody just sit there and waiting because
he's mad talented.
not just that, he may pull up in their studio.
Oh, shit.
So apparently, homie was so big in the dance, he just used to roll up
Wherever you go.
wherever he goes, go in the studio, work on his shit, hop back on the jet off.
And do some heroin, build some
And at the time, so this is before he got signed on all that jazz. At the time, all of his albums, his first 4 albums, were for free on his website.
Right.
So he was getting like into Sony's New York studio because that's where he ended up that night. He ended up in Sony's New York studio, I think. And he works on his shit, whatever's the case, and he posted it on his website, and it's all for free. The day he went pop and got sober and semi-OVO'd.
got sober.
Well, got sober to asterisk. There is the level of heroin addict he was then, and then there's pop star normal currency.
Okay, so it's like, I might suck a dick for a shot.
Again, pause.
Doggy.
You're too comfortable with penises.
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about.
But you say it so.
No, I'm talking about what kind of heroin?
fluently.
What kind of heroin addict we talking about?
Bing,
The
bing,
person
bing.
who suck a dick for a shot, or
Well, he on a private jet. I'm not too sure he needs to do that.
well, I mean, you're on the private jet somehow, nigga.
But he's on the private jet because he turns out he was one of the greatest voices,
Of his genre.
writers, and all of the rest.
Okay.
Agreed.
Right? He was coming in a
100%.
time where Frank Ocean had just done his stuff, and Frank Ocean, crazy talented.
Yeah.
Like Novocaine is still one of my favorite songs to this day.
Also, so the Weeknd is good Will Hunting of the music. What is what you say?
I will let the analogy slide because it makes sense. But let's go with yes. Not to me, no, but I understand where you're coming from with it.
Okay, for the people who are not movie buffs.
Okay.
And also for the people who've never watched such a Caucasian film.
That's not cool.
It is. It's like telling me about Friends.
But no, bro.
Tell me about the Wayans brothers. Tell me about, tell me about Friends. Come on.
Yes, what
Okay, so but Will Hunting in the analogy to the weekend is
Okay.
like
Okay, so
Everybody look at my face right now, realize I didn't make it past like the first half hour in the movie. Like
you never
everybody.
finished watching it.
For what?
Whoa, now we're not Academy Award for like best.
And what?
Okay, good point.
You could go to Art Basel in Miami now and they will have some trash on the ground and it'll be 12 million and somebody will buy it.
That's true.
So tell me it won an award. Tell me nothing is the same. I like the original live action film Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme. To me, that's a classic.
I actually saw that one.
So to tell me something won an award, file it under do not care.
Hey,
12, call that 2 dozen. Doesn't care, doesn't business.
You call that a purist. The man is
No, I just know what I like.
no, and that's his best. No, like legit, that arguably that might be his best role. I don't know about Bison. We talking about it.
Oh no, it was because
That
at
was
the
his
time
last
he
role.
had cancer.
Yeah, and he was about to die.
And he's a huge theatrical, major talent.
This jump, Van Damme.
No, not Van Damme. I can't remember the guy's
he
name
was
right now.
Gomez Adams.
He was, the
Gomez,
Spanish guy.
Right.
And fun fact, people don't know this, but you could YouTube it and look it up. He took the role because
His
his children were major fans of the franchise.
Yeah.
So in his suit, I mean, it's things to tear you up if you're human.
His dying.
His
thing?
dying, his legacy that he left so his kids could see him at any point in time is to do a D+ rated movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme on a shitty franchise that only like super arcade nerds at the time would have known.
Keep in mind, we like little kids at the point in time. So when you're watching it campy and it over the top, he's doing this for his kids. He's about to die.
He gonna die.
He's literally on his way to death.
No, but not just that. I mean, we had a parallel this to Chadwick Boseman because these fellas were, as you say, on his way to death, which means he wasn't having good days.
Nah.
He was
Come on.
stirring up. He was.
When you watch his face, you can
He
tell.
looked sick.
He was
In hindsight,
That
that man looked sick.
leukemia.
That was
right?
That was like some major human shit dropping in front of us.
For real.
And like I didn't know this till 30 years later. It hit you. Again, if you're human and you're real and you're flesh and blood, you're not caught on this, on Al Gore's internet trying to be a thought or trying to be an alpha.
Al Gore's. I'm trying to be alpha. I identify.
Why would you try to?
I might. No. I do not.
sarcastic.
No, I know, but do you want to let him finish his punchline
I
here?
do not.
That's why I held my head like this.
I do not. Like
right.
I identify as a woman now.
What?
I'm a trans lesbian. So like I do everything men do.
God.
Except I like women. Except I identify for people.
You see, before we started pull out these things here.
Yeah, please. You had to prep me.
Hey.
Please prep me first.
So we ready with the
I
lesson?
intentionally did not do any homework because I knew it was going to be a train wreck.
So we ready?
I'm running a bit.
Right.
Preface.
Right.
Preface.
Right.
Go ahead. Prep
done
yourself.
saying-
Prep yourself. Carbon. Prep yourself.
I'm prepped. I'm here.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
I also identify. I'm trans alpha.
Right.
So I'm trans alpha. What's the word?
What is going on
A
here?
cis beta.
Trans.
A cis beta
Yes,
trans alpha.
cis B. Okay.
Cis beta trans alpha.
Yes.
Transgender lesbian.
Again.
So I identify as him, her, them, she.
Them.
I have
yeah.
tears in my eyes. Camera's not gonna be able to see
Listen.
because I know my heart's gonna cast a shot. I have tears in my eyes with this one. This is the height of modernity, reach and kept, not attained by sudden flight. Beanie Man 2000 belly ass rhythm. Sorry, I just
Right. I thought I was on.
yeah.
I knew it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
What you mean like that for?
So, but just to bow tie the weekend shits, right? So he never
Yes.
comes to the studio, but that was the night I met the weekend. And I met one of my top 10 favorite. Oh, snap. I forgot to put it on my Spotify playlist for that guy for that other podcast. But I've met one of my favorite songs of all times, Glass Table Girls. And if you've never heard Glass Table Girls, go listen to it. It is fire. It's straight fire. It's the kind of song you could, whoa, what's going on here? Flora and fauna. Not anymore, you're not.
Yeah.
It's the kind of song you could whisper in your girl ear and get her in the spot.
Right.
It's the kind of song you could just jam to on your own in your car. It's sexy. It's fire. What up?
Okay. You was not saying when you get any mood and then you can jam by yourself. So like in the car. Like,
No.
that's what I don't know. I don't know.
Please.
I don't know. Okay.
Find me something.
I don't know.
Hit me one more time.
It was not the first one. It was the second.
I legit don't know what to do with you anymore.
No, good.
I legit don't know what to do.
Good stuff.
But I'm gonna go through this for you, right?
We will finish it though.
I just let you know.
Hey, bro. We will
I'm gonna
finish it
try.
off. We will finish it off, right?
Alright, so see what we could do.
So I just get
Because this guy,
blacklisted.
No, hell no, dog. It's we. So at the
your
end of
caramel guy, stop fighting it. You're not one of us. They not like us.
For the first time ever, somebody actually gets the complexion properly. So,
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody in China call you a red man.
Thank you, Jesus.
Lord.
I'm not. That's offensive. It's a very offensive.
Well, it is offensive, but also for the red men and them. You know how hard this work to stay colorist in this thing to get the
And then
currency.
for me to be a red man,
For you to be a red man, you devalue the currency.
So,
Come on.
So what
man.
I'm trying to say is the red men have plenty to lose.
Yeah, for me being a red man.
For you being a red.
I'm like.
No, I would have make a comment about red woman, but that all your views go.
So yeah.
I don't do it for the views.
The same way I had to say. What I was going to ask you is, with all this autism you have
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the spectrum, shit you have,
Yeah.
is it hard to maintain a relationship with women your age?
Yes. Well, not just my age. It's hard to maintain a relationship with women, period. It's very King Midas because they don't get you even when they know. Because what happens is we end up being workers because we like super laser focused. But the issue, while I believe...
Let's ask a good question.
No, it's a solid question. While I firmly believe in starting and ending with myself at all times, holding myself accountable, one of the things I realize about, as I fondly call a lot of my female friends right now, we have an internal joke, I call them vagina wearers. Because again, based on your joke about cis trans $1 million, whatever the case, I mean, to be fair, you no longer have to have a uterus to be a woman. Just to be fair, and I'm not saying that on like crap shit, right?
I have no idea. Crap shit.
But yeah, so like because for their whole lives, people worry about like how they feel and if they okay and they have a bag of man running them down. Like as I always say, a woman could walk out the road and have 10 men in a corner and she could carry him all 10.
This sound like red pill. Yeah, sound red pill.
Yeah, but I was saying this before the red pills. So
I was saying
ease
all
me
of this
up.
shit before
Ease me up. It's common sense though.
we go in.
No, but it's common sense though.
Sorry.
Yeah, we-
Like,
we go in.
no, but we stay in here, right?
Yeah.
Because like even if she's a 10,
Right.
she could get any guy she wants.
Even
She's
she's a one.
not.
That's what I'm gonna say. Let's go to the other side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Even if she's a negative one.
Yeah.
She might get all 10 fellas on the corner because some of we have standards.
Yeah.
But let me be fair, as I always tell
You
chicks.
see why they say body men with standards?
No, some of us have some kind of standards for crying out loud.
These men that's
No,
not
but
guilty pleasures.
again, we had to be free. We had to be fair and honest, right? We as men is drag the flag. Right now, there's a dude somewhere in a fig tree getting on dread. A dude in a fig tree somewhere. So for that man in a fig tree, a -1 is an upgrade.
I don't get your reference to the fig tree.
Neither do I, but
What you mean he's a monkey? He's like a monkey that you're trying to say?
no, he deep in the pumpkin vine of the fig tree.
What?
You didn't hear me wrong. But this is my point. My point is, so if he see a -1, he see a chick that just comes straight out of being like a convict or
So
whatever
you
his
mean
case.
he's like a dendrophiliac then? Like,
I-
he fuck trees?
yes.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
Because I'm just say we know, because I've never met one, but I live in the Caribbean. I've heard about dudes with goats and cows. So if you're a cow and goat guy because things that hard, if you get a -1, and that's an upgrade.
I mean,
I
If
don't
she
know.
face-
that's
I know.
valid.
To
That's
me,
valid
that's an
mathematics.
upgrade.
Yeah.
That might be valid mathematics. I
No,
don't
it's not
know.
valid, it's valid.
No, if you fall short of a goat face, I hear you.
No, but here's the thing. Goat, like, I don't know. Goat, but there's a reason. Probably like goat pussy. Goat pussy. Probably. is a-
Right, but everybody, I would like to believe, would like to lie down next to something warm at some point in their
I
life.
hope, hey, you ever
You can't lie down in the field by the goat and all that smell all around, kind of.
But you don't know if he's
Yeah,
big.
but like, we don't drive it too far in the good
Yeah,
thing, right?
yeah,
Because
we-
we
we
go down in
started-
this hole. We go down in this hole. But really, so what happened for me
It's a hard day
is,
for your boy, pussy.
yeah, it's a hard day for him. He had to keep things on the train. But yeah, for me, so it's be tough because they just don't understand till after. They just never understand during. And during, you just get the laundry list of the complaints. And it just be like, so why you bothering though? And it just be like, no answer, but they're still bothering because you have value, but they just want what they want, how they want it, when they want it, because that's been their whole life.
So with you, oh yeah, for
That's
you
been,
now,
literally been their whole life.
so for
Yeah,
you
that's
now,
just what
it's
it is.
kind of like a situation. Okay, I get in, quote unquote famous. I don't want to say famous, but you get what I mean. Like somebody who's out there.
A lot of people know me. A lot of people know me. I don't know anybody.
No, wait. Okay,
But
so,
so
like
let
after
me
this
call
con-
that famous, I guess.
Oh, so after this conversation, like when you leave and go back to wherever, you gonna be like, oh, I do not remember faces. You don't remember faces.
No, of course. That's
So
one of
if
the
you see me,
things.
you'll be like, hey, skinny nigga from the boat.
Well, yeah, but not like that. So again, I will. You see what I
Yes,
how
yes,
you
we
do
finish
this?
it. We finish it.
Oh, you do this is more difficult than me. That's you me. And you see how you're not denying them. I like that.
Okay. No, you know, I don't understand when I quote my fucking song lyrics. They be like, hey, reasonable doubt.
No, but let's
Whatever.
just-
That was
let's just
reasonable
be
doubt.
real, though. Let's
Oh,
just
the
be
skinny
real,
nigga from the
right?
boat. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Reasonable doubt. That was like, right before 22 Tuesday was
Which verse in
Friend or Foe. Friend
Reasonable?
or Foe. It was a skit before Friend or Foe.
Oh, okay, my bad. You on this?
Ain't nobody coming around.
Yeah, sorry.
Skinny nigga from the boat. Click.
You know, it's funny because albums, okay, we driven again, right?
Yeah.
Albums in them days used to do a ton of skits until Kanye killed the skits, right? Because
Yeah.
Kanye went like,
Yeah.
after College Dropout, I think he was like, boom, we done with these skits. And he literally turned everybody off for skits.
Just like he did with Auto-Tune. Yeah, it was his fault.
We blaming Kanye for Auto-Tune for real, not T-Pain.
No, I'm blaming Kanye for the death of Auto-Tune because directly after he did 808 and Hambrick, that is when Cheesy was like, yeah, DOA, we make money
Yeah,
from
we
this.
do enough for this.
Fuck Auto-Tune.
Enough.
The smartest player ever.
I mean, fun fact for the uninformed, right? The majority of music was and is auto-tuned.
Effects.
Because what we're really talking about is when Cher in Believe in Love used the auto-tune so you could hear it. Because by
And that was a
now,
thing.
yeah, but by now we've heard the Britney Spears vocals where she had like the original thing where she couldn't sing, I'm a slave. And then we hear the auto-tune version where it sounds like you've never heard the reference tracks and those things with Britney? Pre and post auto-tune?
Britney Spears could always sing to me.
Oh my God.
Jens.
He was one of those.
Well, not really. Yeah.
Britney was not hot.
Nah, she was not that to me.
Britney was never it. You
So
know?
I like your terminology. We had both side two things.
Yeah.
We had both side the pseudo red pill conversation that we was having.
Yeah, not really that pseudo. It is
No,
what it
well,
is.
you see the thing about that whole red pill thing is that men and women have this ideology that the perspective that we have is the most important perspective.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say we in the culture of I no longer in the culture of we, the village, not part of the story anymore, right?
Absolutely.
So the internet has made everybody believe that they are literally main character. So yeah, like I think there's a lot of validity to the concerns of men, and I think a lot of validity to concerns of women about men. But I think lost in that is the whole Southern Atlanta internet loudmouth thotty culture that is now permeating all things female.
HPV.
Because
I
it's-
say HPV and
Oh God.
herpes.
Well, I remember
bacterial
telling people
vaginosis.
sexy red is a walking petri dish combined of herpes and AIDS. Be like, Lyle, you can't say that. Oh God, Carbon, you can say that. What do you want? And then what's her fragrance line called? Like you dig?
What's our favorite
Her
one?
fragrance line, I think, was like a series of venereal diseases or some. Like I wouldn't know. I ain't gonna follow up on
That's
sexy
something
red. I don't
satanic,
care.
dog. That's something like demonic shit, dog. Like,
No, I mean, but beyond, like, I don't even matter going into conspiracy. Just like,
Yeah.
I understood where this thing was going to go, but don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoyed me some Gunna. Gunna's albums was fire. Like, my boy, same homie in New York, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the house, I jump on the decks, and I start cutting up Pushing P. And he comes outside, like, and he's younger than me. He's like 5, maybe 10 younger than me. He's like, dog, he's training, right? He's like, dog, you really bumping Pushing P. And I watched him like, yeah, let me don't become them old men on the lawn like this new music is shit, blah, blah,
It's
blah,
shit.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like to me, it had a bounce. But then I heard Sexy Red and I was like, yeah, this is.
that's not carb. Hot.
No, mind you, give me some glow. 10 out of 10. I down from a glow.
Bars, baby. Yeah.
I down from a glow.
Gorilla.
From FNF straight across. And
That's not
Megan. Nah, you know the joke though? Because Megan is fire.
No, she's trans, right? That's not trans.
Oh God, this guy. Megan is fire. But I would actually take me Glow. Like if Megan and Glow is like Carbon, who you taking home? I go with Glow.
I would have lost money because I think I'm Megan, man.
Nah,
Megan-
I taking Glow.
Serious?
Oh, like, this is the story of the underestimated all the time. kid. This is I mean I ain't Denzel. But at the same time, dudes will watch you and sleep on you.
Yeah.
And then they get to know you and like, oh, to me, Glow is that.
Right.
She is that. Like Megan is the obvious. And again, this is not disrespect to Megan because Megan is fire.
Right.
Right? If we're gonna get lusty, Megan is fire. But to be fair, with Megan, ain't we got it all? Ain't you seen it all? You've seen it.
Yeah. It's nothing like it's no novelty. Yeah, it's true.
When Glow hit weird in the dark and you ain't all like, God damn, it was with it. Right?
We're not. Like,
Golly gee.
am I missing? Okay, so
Let me stop thirst trapping.
no.
Okay. Call me Glow.
Good.
Call me Glow.
I got my question.
Yeah.
Yes, I.
So
No, but we was on the whole woman thing. I hope I answered it fair though. I didn't wanna...
He did.
Alright,
What I want to know is, so I think I would like to fornicate more. Can you teach me how to be a DJ? Because after they teach you taught a lot of men, you taught a lot of niggas. didn't you?
So fun fact, I take my frames off now. We reach here, right? Fun fact, I'm the worst. I love that job. I'm the worst person to ask this for.
Why?
I'm a semi-purist. I am downstream of Rob Swift of the Executioners. I could show you my phone, right? Like I love to I have a low-key brag, which is not really low-key. So DJ Clark Kent, his tag is your DJ's favorite DJ, God's favorite DJ.
Yeah.
I Clark in my phone. I call Clark, right?
DJ. When the guy who basically
Clark Kent is the guy who carried Biggie Smalls to the
Smalls.
radio station. Clark Kent was A&R in for Kanye West the other
it's
day.
a hard knock life.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Clark Kent. So Clark sent me when Kanye did I Love It. Right. Sorry, I was just trying to remember. Yeah. I got that from Clark and he had to resend me because the copy that they pushed out wasn't mastered properly. So like super brag. Dog. Again, these are the stories, right?
I want to make don't worry, I'll be there to have the
Nah, because I was actually just listening to Ryan Leslie's Drink Champs, and he made it such a good point when Nori was asking him, you know, like if you don't get people calling you all the time, and he said, he goes, okay, let me ask you something. If you and Obama bounce up, and Obama gives you his number, will you ever call him?
Not just so.
I might. I've watched Clark number in
I
my
don't call him
phone,
just so.
and I'm scared.
Barack, I would say Barack, it was on double. So.
Nah, you see, it's easy to talk that shit because you don't have Barack number in your phone.
Call him.
What's the most famous number you have in your phone? I guess I have some numbers. And I'm telling you straight up, if you're going to call these people who are men moving millions, you better have a good ass reason because you're squandering something.
No, to be honest with you, like if I know somebody and like he have means or whatever, I don't like asking people for shit.
No, for sure. Same.
So then I wouldn't call him based on that.
Correct.
Not because it's Obama, not because the thing is
No,
like...
correct. Like I used to try to call Chow for his birthday because I have mad respect for Chow. I always tell people I did not know the Anthony Chowlin from the Ataclan days. I met the Chow I met. I'm not ground worshipping Chow, but he's one of the most brilliant marketing minds I met in Trinidad and Tobago. I learned a lot from him. And I was privileged that, when I was going to the studio, he had to pass his office. And more often than not, once he was in his office, he'd be like, hey, Carbon, pull in now. And sit me down and I would just soaking it up. I soaking it up.
That's no one teaching me.
Well, no. All right, so let me get back to that. Right? So, Here's the problem for you. There are only two, I think there are like 2 women in my whole life I almost got married to. So I'm referencing the first one.
I'm actually they get married.
Hold on, pause.
Sorry.
I
was just putting this on my ring.
I drive and the relevance is there. She said to me that I'm the first boyfriend she ever had at the time that she wasn't worried about other chicks because I've never had female fans. It's just be a bag of man that's be running behind me. And it's run behind me to dislike me.
What boys' school did you go to?
Rosary and then Hillview. It's a bad combo.
Bro, I know Hillview was my first
rough
choice.
combo.
Hillview was my
Hillview in what era?
19 and 95.
This is pre-Eldo Brown rap.
Nah, I used to break school in Form 3 to go Eldo just to try and track girls.
No, but you understand what I mean? When it had the
No, it's Eldo Junior. It was Junior at the time.
Yeah, when Eldo Brown.
Eldo Junior, Eldo Senior.
Is when
Yeah, my high school was 90 to 95.
No, but I
get thrown out of school in 95. I come out with no passes. I didn't have but shit. Now I sitting in front of you at MBA, like studying when to do my PhD. Like on real talk.
Maybe I should. Maybe
dog.
I should take this school and things serious.
No, you don't have to. Funny enough, I like this DJ group, right? Because again, you said give people classes. And I was like, that is the topic du jour for the past 2 days. Our school unimportant. Because some little kid finds some random ass video on Instagram. You know, one of those decrying the value of school things. Right. It's like, dog, more power to you, but I actually paid attention. And now I could cook because of it. And I actually use Pythagoras theorem in my day job. And like, I'm not mad at you that you have any use for
silent flex.
Would you be using Pythagoras?
Pythagoras theorem, right?
Okay, the only thing I'm thinking about using Pythagoras theorem has to be like you're making one of those Rube Goldberg.
No,
that's what I say. I'm running a bit. Let me run my bit down.
Run your bit, dog.
Okay.
You're doing you're trying to catch Jerry, and then you're cutting the pole at the underneath so it fall on.
You will let me know if you want me to actually respond to this. I'm just gonna tell him when I use Pythagoras.
All right.
This is not okay.
He could tell you the answer.
Yeah, it's so easy, right? So. One of the things I deal with as a technology manager is you have to calculate the size of a screen depending on the size of the room it's going in. So like a movie town, for instance, it didn't just throw the screen up because it's big and it's a vibe. You have to calculate based on image size, based on maximum viewing distance, so that's the person furthest to the back. And you actually need to know what the width of the screen should look like based on the people sitting to the front, or vice versa. Because of the size of the image, you would know how far back that front row should be, which is why you feel nauseated when you're sitting in any of the front rows in Caribbean Cinemas 8. Or if you're in one Woodbrook in the IMAX, the last 2 rows is basically the only good rows. Everything else is trash in the cinema.
That makes sense. That makes absolutely perfect sense, yeah.
So to do this, an image, it depends. I mean, the ratio we're looking at for cinema is 2:1, but for a regular like flat screen TV is 16:9. So that's 16 wide, 9 down. Oh, wait.
It's 2:1, it's not 2:35:1?
No. Cinema for like movies is 2:1, right? Usually. But again, it depends on if it's like James Cameron, Titanic. He could do some crazy shit because he's James Cameron. But the bottom line is we end up with a rectangle. But when you go into Courts to buy a TV or in PriceSmart, they give you the diagonal.
Which is the
hypotenuse. Ergo, I use Pythagoras theorem.
The man
daily.
is a
squared,
the man is a word from Matrix Reloaded. Ergo, the guys means therefore.
No, we need to
Jesus.
tell. We need to tell you.
Sorry, I'm
your clarity.
downstream of Rosary. I am downstream of Auntie Hazel. I did choir, choral speaking. I've done the solo shit. I did Queen's Hall shit. I did Sandfest. I didn't do Kiss Kitty. I mean, come on now. I wish. But mind you, look how you just rope us back to a thing.
Yeah.
Did I finish with you any Pythagoras? Yes, I did.
Yes.
So, no, we were talking about Trinidadian.
No, we was talking about.
I can tell you guys.
Teaching, being you to be a DJ. We'll come back to it. Don't sweat it. Right? So just to come back to this Trinidadian thing. This is really important. For me, part of the problem with us being Trini is we so willing to shit on all the greatness we have in pursuit of an identity we want to push. We still mad at Jamaica because they got Bob Marley, Beanie Man, and Sean Paul. But we don't understand that the biggest artist in history of Trinidad and Tobago is
Machel Montano.
Sparrow.
I knew you were going to say that. Sparrow is actually close because Sparrow and
Sparrow's
Kitch.
Trinidadian.
No, facts. But we own him.
True.
We own him. Just be real.
Hey, when you say we.
No, we own him. I'm going Massa.
Okay.
I'm going Columbus on you, right? We own him, right?
Yeah.
So don't go there. No, but like fun fact from what I understand, because shout out my cousin who used to be a producer, because like me, he was them things, Bebo. To me, Bebo has one of the top 5 albums in history of Trinidad and Tobago, and not because he's my cousin. Because I could actually listen to it. Chromatics and Bebo, Business of Art.
Oh, shit.
It's still on thatpiff.com. It's actually a really wicked mixtape. That mixtape gave us Puppet, the infamous song where he called out everybody named Laundry. This one, Peter from Synergy, and wicked
That was his,
album. No, but I listened to that whole album top to bottom. It's mad. It's a crazy album.
Right.
I didn't know my cousin produced it at the time.
That's like my album for that's like Make It Happen, Ghetto Child.
But Bebo Lamar, almost Lamar, was Make It Happen. Was like one of his major producers. Like he and Make It Happen was like.
Well, no, trust me. If you listen to that, that's one of my. You could listen to
Make It Happen is another person that I slept on in the worst ways because of my immaturity. And again, shout out to my cousin because he's like younger than me, but he's so much wiser than me. And as I remember when I first few times I heard Make It Happen, why this dude trying to rap? But then I got older. And I was not just heard what he was saying. I was like, yo, this man's style. Forget what he was saying. The style hit me in my chest. I was like, Jesus. Because when last you hear original flow?
Thank you.
And I am disgusted and disappointed with myself that I didn't smell it. Yeah. No, but I was young and I was immature, and immaturity breeds ignorance, and ignorance was me at the time. And again, you had to like conquer them things to be able to be better every day.
So you start off
enlightenment.
You start off as it was Dr. Banner. You went Hulk most of your life, and then you come for the Professor Hulk.
No, I actually love what he said in the first Avengers movie when they were like, okay, Bruce, we needed to get angry. No, he's like,
Cap.
yeah, he's like, that's not how this is work. I'm always angry.
Yeah.
I'm always angry.
I want to know who was the most successful. So
No, and what you guess though, because and that's not this the boy by the way. Boy is the man.
My most famous is VS Naipaul, to be honest.
he always says this.
Which is a whole different kettle of fish. Don't get me started on the VS Naipaul scenario, right? But we could come back to that. That's more
we
other
love
side of life.
we love to downplay our greatness because of some, as you say, misconception of identity.
Yeah, but let's dig deeper. Who decided to us? No.
He wants to say
No one, no.
Nah,
But she's my personal favorite artist.
No, that's different. You could do it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember Bungie in 98, 99, before he was Bungie, rapping in a contest in a Ruka. And one of the things in the contest, they ended up in like Bonaire. Because I had my dude, because back in my days, right, if you were a DJ, because I come out to the Jamaican school of DJing because of my buddy who taught me to spin. So Stone Love, who was DJs in Jamaica, they had Buju and Wayne Wonder and them fellas and them. I don't know when them in a dance, they'll hand the mic to Wayne Wonder, right?
Right.
So and the other thing I was going to gripe on the Trinidadians, we adopt cultures, but don't actually understand the culture we adopted.
Yeah, we love to do that.
When I got into dancehall, because I didn't really come into this thing for dancehall, I was a hip hop head, right, in my mind. Because then I met hip hop heads, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
all is really hip hop heads. I am as pop as NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. Pause, right? But so it was imperative for us to have an artist.
At least.
So in Trinity, my artist was a guy named Ali I, and I'll never forget because when Nelly Furtado did the Turn Out the Lights remix, I had just gotten into Pro Tools at the time,
Shit.
and I looped out some bars. And I went down with him. I was working UE at the time. I used to like go to work on weekends because they had like a Macintosh G5 Dual, whatever is the case. And I had Pro Tools on that shit because he used to edit videos. And I carry him down and we hook up a microphone and I take a G-cloth and a piece of cardboard box and make a pop screen and I put him to spit mad lyrics on it. It was playing on 960 next week.
And that was his.
Jugglers asked me for a dub plate 2 weeks after that.
Is that his? And so that's the artist.
No, that was
That's
my
Ali.
artist.
That's Ali.
He came third, Bungie came second, and spoken word artist lady came first, and people started Pell Bottle in Contact Plaza because all they had to be mad.
So okay. So is it Ansel Douglas?
No, well, Anselm up there, but it's not him. So let me say it from the stress.
Yeah.
And
Good
to,
guess.
to the people out there and in the comments is where we got to get interactive and raise the SEO and all that cool internet shit that I don't know anything about.
The algorithm.
The algorithm is going to hit now. So please feel free to flame me because I don't give a shit. It is the one, the only Billy Ocean.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh my god!
Shit. Yeah,
You see
yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
Okay.
It's a different level. Yeah,
question.
No, it's not
question.
that. He does not fit the conversation about Trinidadianness that we want on the world. Correct.
Yeah, it's not so.
But when we do that, we isolate half the population in Trinidad. We isolate other people culturally who are not into soca. We isolate because we now saying to be Trinidadian is to have to like soca.
And correct.
So going back and shack and bake, not bake and shack. Right? So going back to what I was saying prior, for me, I understand why you said hate. Because anybody who knows me will be like, yeah, Carbon, he really hates soca. It's untrue. I like a ton of soca. I remember when I was doing my Soca Bantams podcast with my homie, we had a guest on and she said, you only like soca that sound like dancehall. She probably right. I ain't right. You're right.
Bias, yeah.
No, but there's a reason for that as well. If
Why
you
these
dig a little
women just
deeper.
shut up anyway?
Nah.
Jesus Christ.
The opinions expressed by the gentleman to my right are not those of one carbon the elements, aka CTE, aka Lyle Waldron. Right? Please don't cancel me. Go ahead and cancel me. No, but really, right? So, and I'll touch on that real quickly. Why? But like I was saying about the pepper and the pissing competition,
Yeah.
right? It is easier for me to just tell people are allergic to pepper and not have a long view because I don't give the multiple choice answers.
Yeah.
I'm essay type.
Okay.
So instead of me having to do that with some random person, boy, you need some pepper, boy, you gotta put some pepper in that. I'm allergic. Oh, you're allergic? All right, sorry, my bad. So
Okay.
I just tell people
It's
I
like
hate
me and Poke.
soca,
It's
and
like
it's
me
be
and
like,
Poke.
yeah, and it's be like he hates
My
soca,
bad, yeah,
and
yeah,
it's done.
yeah.
But there's so much soca that I love.
True.
Like I'm upset with Mr. Different Tala, Kes, because he came out and sung Mental Day. I've been taking Mental Day since I started working in '97.
Yeah.
Because when I started managing staff, I told them, I said, hey, listen to me. I don't need you coming to work sour and upsetting the rest of the team. If you need to take a sick day, sick is not physical for me alone, it's mental. And then this blasted man, more love.
Red man. You see.
That too, this press boy.
This press.
This press man, right? All the other disrespectful things we could say about the kid comes out of this song. But again, I love it.
Yeah.
I love the work he did with
Shaggy.
with the Shaggy stuff. It don't count because obviously it's not soca.
Crossover.
Funny enough, you know what's my favorite? This is not mine.
Yo.
Full pause. I'll be reaching for dudes.
Bottom.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Did he?
So
No,
How
did
is
he?
that gay? How is that gay? How is that
they're
gay?
not gay, but I think
How is that? Why you
it
saying
could be
listen.
considered DDH though. If you're in a party and somebody slips something.
Yeah,
this
somebody
way,
just reach for your roofie
and-
bottle.
and you're going, what?
Come on now.
Hey, guys,
So
this
I
stuff.
Bill Cosby?
I reveal myself.
Probably.
Okay,
You
I'll
look
take-
you look kind of weird. You look that. Thank you. You look like you enjoy
Reveal myself.
the
Oh,
desert of the real.
Yeah, cool.
That's something familiar. Don't know where it's from.
Matrix 1. When Morpheus explains to Neo the
I
real
was
world.
like,
Yeah, in the red chair.
Well,
Yeah, so these are my angsts being Trinidadian. I know too many people and the venture matics. I know so many people who just so bad make it happen, right? And I could go on and on and on who deservingly should have stood on top of the shoulders of many people. Shout out Nebula 868. More
Still
power,
fighting it, still
more
fighting it,
power
yeah.
to Sean being choppy now and doing all his work at Marshall and that camp. Sean is one of the most talented people I know.
Yeah.
One of the biggest privileges I had is Nebula's manager at the time. Because being the scratch DJ that I was, he would call me for like some super duper things, right?
Yeah.
When like Bonds, who's still my homie too, he's reached out to me all the time. But when the light was a little too much for Bonds at the time, Bonds now and Bonds then is two different Bonds, right? He would call me, I'd do like the great fed for them and do everything case because I could actually lace them cuts. And then when you was listening to me on 9-6 and thing, I playing them things. I not running from them things. I playing it. I playing them things. Because I have a different philosophy in terms of DJing.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you mentioned DJ because I still just want to know why you can't just teach
No,
me.
I can, but then you're gonna be like samurai bad, and no girl's gonna like you because nobody know
no,
part
no,
of
I know.
it.
Listen, I talking shit with the girls, but I like the aspect of when I think DJing, I thinking about. I was talking to my brethren. I was talking to Shilling about this
Yeah.
in the car, and I was like, "So what's make a good DJ?" So I pull up. I was like, "What?" I was like,
gonna be horrible.
"Somebody that could take a song that is already out and make it their own into a mix where you didn't think this could work with this, and you make like your own hybrid.
So
That to me is a good DJ.
yeah,
Which is
and-
basically hip hop. You took the break beats thing. I was like, okay, we gone.
Well, all right. So I could like for
On
right
intent.
now, I've been on this Amapiano wave now for like 4 years or so. I did a party in Parksville earlier this year, and Marcus came and he was in shock because like we were supposed to lock off at 10. It was 2 to 10 and we were supposed to lock off 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, everybody there was chanting, no, we want more, we want more. So Amapiano is a subgenre of African house music.
Oh, it's not a person.
No, it's not a person. It's so
does
sad.
he shit Tyler? Does he singing?
I'm not gonna say you could loosely call it. No, it's not. And funny enough, like Amapiano industry is form, being of the piano itself is actually not vocal predominantly. Like it could just be like a whole instrumental, like 6 minutes.
So it's like the crowd is full out like woke black women and smoke weed and like love
No,
feminism.
but we had some of that there too
Okay.
because the thing is I created an oral space that everybody was like super chilling. So like I'm past the party at this point. Now they had a thing in Forge last night. It was an R&B party. It was
Right.
super dope. People was doing the
about that.
thing.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Lighters, phones, singing,
Yeah.
balling. Tons of fun. Great. Been there, done that.
Yeah. But you on to
What-
the artistry of
No, I'm beyond the artistry of this thing. Because when you're into EDM and like Amapiano, you don't really have much DJing to do, to be honest with you, right? But where I'm at is I want to create an oral experience that the music is loud enough that you will feel that log drum in your chest. You'll feel that spirit of Africa literally in your soul. You've never heard this music before and you're falling in love with it, right? It's infectious. No pause.
no, you said you want to create an oral experience.
Yeah, no, I am. A, not O, A. It's an oral experience.
AURL?
Yes.
Oh,
Again, I understand where your brain is, buddy. But come back to the desert of the real.
Yeah, the read can that pause though.
horse.
I ain't mad at you, right?
He's up.
So the music was loud enough for you to feel this thing, and I go in there penetrating your soul.
Okay.
But
We
it
got
was
there.
also such that you could come and talk to a brethren you ain't seen in a while.
Yeah.
And speak to a young lady and let her know how nice her dress is and how lovely her
still
hair looks.
have the music
And you could
permeate.
still have, correct, the music is woven into the whole thing. You couldn't run from it.
Lounge music.
But no, that was the thing. It wasn't loungy. It was, so if you want,
you talk about the frequency it hitting on,
Yes.
it's a different frequency than audio speech.
yeah, it's not just like loud ass music, and a set of breaking glass and horns. And again, no disrespect to that team, right? Like when I had my DJ meeting, it was, we're not doing that.
Okay.
And you're not juggling tunes. We're not clowns here. You're going to let the song sit. Because it's a culture thing. Again, if you're going to get into a culture, right, you can't half-ass it. You got to understand it. So like I will tell anybody, I am almost like I say a slave to Kabza this small. Kabza is one of the greatest DJ/producers that I've heard in a very long time to move me. And I've heard and stood next to and alongside a ton of global legendary DJs.
Would you say this is a cultural thing, right? Because when I'm looking at how Trinidadians respond to even our sporting heroes, even the greats, we will be in a random picking place, Massey, and a sporting hero will walk in. And we look like if it's a regular security guard just pass here.
I actually think that's a good thing that we have.
Right.
I don't think it's a negative.
So if that could be, it might be a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I could see that, but I actually think it's a positive, especially in the internet age we live in, where we consumed by the pseudoism of celebrity, and we consumed by everybody trying to make somebody something, and then by extension hooking myself to it. So this podcast gonna launch, gonna get huge. Only gonna be walking on the road, and people wouldn't be able to differentiate you, the human, from you, the person they see on YouTube. And because of that life we live in, I kind of glad in Trinidad we don't do people that. So like a fun fact, Sean Paul used to be down here whole time. Like I think before he get married, he used to be down here 24/7.
Popcorn,
Right?
real Jamaicans.
Sean Paul Henrich used to be just chilling in movie town. Just chilling.
passing him
He's
straight.
look like a red man from Trinidad. People
Yeah.
are thinking he's
Kind
look
of
like Sean Paul.
this guy.
And that is it. But he used to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Plenty of them. I mean, like, there's a point in my life when me and Mataron was good, and Tony used to just be in Trinidad. Like,
Tony
yeah.
Martin is a beer comedian, dog.
Yeah. Tony again, another super intelligent. I'm mad that Lego. The thing I miss most about my radio life is the connections that I had to release. And like I have a ton of them. I'm mad I did Bobby Condas and that whole Massive B crew in New York. Tony Mataron.
Well, I know about
squingy.
Massive B from Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, you would. But yes, Bobby, I don't have many regrets in life, but the night he had invited me to come through in Amazura, just to chill with him, and because I was in New York, and he was like, "Wait, you up here?" He's like, "I come through now." I feel weird because nobody's supposed to know who I am. What Bobby was on was the persona of DJ Carbon on Twitter at the time, and I wasn't trying to represent myself to be something I'm not. Because if you meet me, I'm him, but I felt weird. Like, was I really supposed to be New Year's in the VIP section in Amazura, like popping bottles?
Imposter feeling.
Yeah,
not-
but that's on me though. That's not anybody else, right?
He's not pop bottle guy. You want to rock back and read it.
No. Actually, I Raja while whole night. I while out. Trust me. I tired now, you know. So I mean, my life I tired now, but brother. I could carry myself back to like early 2000s in Eldo's senior dance. We stormed that dance. We say now on the block the night just chilling, like without going on tonight, it was like a Sunday, which is so weird. And it's like
school dance on a Sunday.
it's like, what we doing tonight? Nothing. And then my boy, because he had like a couple female friends in that corner of the hood, he's like, "Oh yeah, Eldo senior dances tonight. They wanna storm us." I just giddy because I had no start DJing. Them boys no start teaching me to DJ. So they was like, "Yeah, we just had to roll up a crate. They'll just open the gate, watch and see." So I like,
there's like
I have no-
photographers they just had the camera.
yeah, I like, no, I mean, now they will still check creds. By the time, like, we roll up with cold crate on like the 45 chest, and we pull up, and security just say, "Ah, what should they DJ? They even asked who the hell we was."
And they play the night or not?
Well, oh God, here we go. Story replay. We did end up playing the night, but for a totally different reason.
Right.
So what was going on was, at the time, Trinity was the home of all DJs. Trinity was like, after Hoppy and them boys in the Vale, the next thing was Trinity for DJs. Yeah, like,
Okay, you want to know why?
why?
Red Woman and Trinity. I tell you,
Oh,
men is
God,
DJ for
no,
girls.
no,
That's
no.
why.
There was
That's
like
why.
audio
bro.
menace
That's your
and
hypothesis.
The hypothesis is DJs like you are autistic, nigga. That's not why you used to do it. The rest of them niggas was doing it because they want to brushy light skinned girls.
All right, buddy.
I mean, shout out KGB, shout out, like, I have a ton of music show. The point was, so we roll up, we rest the records on the stage where all the DJs were, right?
Right.
Because obviously. And, you know, my homies in the crowd, he chilling with them girl and them didn't really like me because I was broke boy, so they wasn't really on me. Fine, I gotta give a shit because at the time, Ishmael the Demolition Man was supposed to play that night. And Ishmael was basically world boss to me as DJs went. In them days, there was a fight between him and this guy called Ireland, the art man, who was the more skilled DJ.
You know, he does.
And it had people who was in art man camp, and I was, yeah, there you go. I was hyphy on Ishmael camp.
This song and like
Pro 40s.
Yeah,
Kinda
that's
so-
all right.
I swear, I just stood up on the stage waiting like girl like that, but me ain't care because when it come, this is and like it's funny
Yes.
'cause I only found out I was autistic when I was 40. When I look back at these things, I understood exactly why. I talk about girl like that, girl them look good enough, but I didn't care. Because Ishmael come in, and at the time he was playing a song on the Night Rider rhythm, pump the bass, and he used to scratch it a certain way on radio, and I couldn't figure out how he used to do it. There was no YouTube.
It had no, and on top of that, it was records. So
Correct.
You're not seeing this Serato
Correct.
in wave.
They know that squad.
Yeah,
and
you know,
time stop like
So
this.
yeah,
I waited, and then he came, chick, saw me sing, and I woke up the next morning after that dance at 6 o'clock, went to my partner house and go have it. And he watched me like, because he know me, he watched me like, show me.
I have.
Like real Morpheus in the just show me.
Man, you man get red pill.
It's not DJ. Is it DJ? Is it
The
DJ?
other red pill.
You real red pill.
Okay, because you're sounding a lot like not Clark Kent. Is the one who basically is credited for creating hip hop. Where he was, what's his name? Is
Oh shit!
Grandmaster Flash?
Yeah, no, not this before Flash. Man, who you're talking
yeah, no,
about?
it's Grandmaster Flash. I talking about. The Grandmaster Flash I talking about.
I can't take that. I can't take that as even as a compliment. I'll tell you why. There were many who stood before me that was so much greater than me. Again, so if you go into the coaching trees, Mario Ultra Large, he had Ishmael in his coaching tree, and he had a bit of Radioactive, so that's from closer to our time. But then he had Just Jace. He had Clyde the Outlaw, rest in peace, Clyde. Mario Ultra Large probably had a stable of the most talented DJs that he molded and helped them to become the names that we then later on knew who became program directors and the rest. You had like Dr. Hyde pushed out this one, that one, whatever the case. Because again, for them fellas, DJing wasn't about grabby. It was about 2-3 kids in the neighborhood who was coming around. It's about some fella who thinks like, yo, I hear about this kid. He in Santa Cruz, he look decent, and they will call him. Now let me see what he could do. Because like if you listen to Signal to Noise story. Just Jace was doing a podcast in COVID, and he has this series where he like talked to Hyde and talked to Jason. Like you watch that interview with Jace, that shit is fire. Like when you understand what it was, when you watch how he talked to Signal, and Signal basically having to explain to his parents that he gonna be a DJ.
And he was in there.
The first time he was coming up in the back of a truck, and the sun coming up, and he quaking because
You know the culture.
do what you want, be a car, the sun come up on the outside your mother's house.
Yeah.
And the mother them flying down the road in a car and them going up and this, you know.
No, but
Trauma.
So that's why I can't take that.
the reason why I said
I'm not the originator of a lot of
no,
things.
I'm not talking about as the originator. I'm talking about that other interview that he did. I think it's Hot 97, where he was basically showing you how the formation and thing was, and he's like, "Hey, well, I realized I had this record player, and like how you said, you went the concert, and you're just like, how you do that scratch?"
So-
And he just so methodical.
Again, that's why I ended up in Scratch Academy. When I ended up in Scratch Academy, I remember the master instructor, Norman, and a fella named Dirty Digits, who I think is the master instructor now. Digits watched me straight up and I was like, why are you here? You could already scratch.
Yeah.
I like, brother, this is like my mecca. This is Hajj for me. So I spent like 3 years and a lot of money, buddy, right? Going up there to take classes because like, I didn't even want to tell everybody all he was. And not because I needed to, but just because I needed to. If you understand the difference, I didn't need that for Trinidad is not a captive audience for DJs. Nobody cares. Mind you, it is
the Gales scale.
they don't. It's the gift and the curse. And let me tell you why I say that, right? So when I'm in the States, if I'm DJing, I remember once I DJed a party in Flamengo Cantina in Austin on 6th Street, right? It's the reggae club on the strip. So Austin, Trinidad is sometimes broke imitations of the wrong things. Our area, Pizza Avenue, is 6th Street in Austin.
Okay.
They have all these different clubs, the 80s club, this club, that club, excuse. Flamengo is the reggae. Flamengo is the reggae spot. And mind you, Flamengo is fire. I've been there, I've seen Damian Marley in a show like how we in this room here, walking up to you, singing to your girl, walking up to he a bunks, that level of thing. Right? Swear to God.
It's quite intimate.
Yes. I've done that with I've seen who else there. Iba Ma was there, Chronix, like this girl on Study Week I was there, Sister Nancy. She was here there like regular.
Wait, my bam?
Yeah, Sister Nancy. Oh, fun story on that. Sleeping on my boy couch, wake up one morning hearing some voices, this white man in your room in my boxers. I'm like awkward. But then somebody else sleeping on the couch, you had to take where you get.
Okay.
Is the day Jay-Z dropped 444 album.
Yeah,
that was
with Junior
Federation song.
Yeah.
I forget, that's Max Glazer from Federation.
Yes.
And he there with my boy because I can't get into that because that's some legal schmeagles and that still. But some beat shit because producer things. But he was the guy who produced BAM, Jay-Z BAM, right? Sure. And me and him end up having a convo like this, like super deep convo about, he like, yo, Justin, I like this guy. Yeah, bring him back kind of thing. And I was like, yeah, Max Glazer, that was cool though.
You never do any production for nobody?
So this is the gift and the curse of the autism. I feel like I have so much music in me I want to get out. And I say jealous, not with the derogatory side of it. I'm so jealous of my cousin because he was able to manifest it. But he's also a musician. He was the bassist for Buzz Rock and them things. Bro, you can't ask me to play a flute. Me can't play a recorder.
Wait, that's not really
no, I know. Any Fruity Loops, I know. But my point is like in my head, I have so many ideas, but I've just not been around enough studio culture to know how to translate it.
It's just sampling.
No,
You get
when you say the word just, it's a four-letter word that diminishes the actual work involved in getting to the end of the line.
Right.
Now, in all fairness...
Just go and teach me to DJ.
No, it's not that hard. Listen, let me knock the DJ thing out, right? You want to be a DJ? Can you count to 4?
Yes.
All right, you've passed. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Hey, guys. By the way,
you're a DJ now.
By the way, so if you want to see my DJ, you need
hire
to
him.
No, just don't. Yeah, thank you.
No,
he's certified.
Hire him.
Certified.
No,
I want to talk about the
Tell
teacher.
them.
Right.
Yeah.
So considering I'm officially now just passed my DJ in school, DJ Carbon actually
Certified.
gave me the
certified
it. Yeah. You need to hear my mixes on patreon.com/he_ho_. Because if he _hos, that's just misogyny.
It's peer misogyny.
Good one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So like, but again, I want to finish the Trinidad thing, right?
Yes.
So for me, because we so hell-bent on foisting this singular identity of who we are, what did we lose to trade that off? We lost Heather Headley, and us not understanding that Heather Headley is a fantastic artist.
World class.
We lost Ghettorians. We lost that whole Kiskiddy run.
Kiskiddy
we lost Granty. We lost Edo Rankin, who forgot the words to his song. We lost his one song. Like, how could you forget? I kid, but I'm not kidding, right? I don't know if you noticed, but Gage from Black Chariot fame, he used Gatorians.
Gatorians is it was like a night.
From Kiss Kitties, no, from the same Kiss Kitty.
90s rap group.
But my thing has always been in my soul. I feel like you can't convince me that this is soca alone, and I can't help but feel in my soul of souls that Bungie, if he, I mean, is it man bread and butter? No, so I gotta be careful how I'm saying this. But in another multiverse,
No, Nux variant.
he ain't doing soca, and he doing the same. He
And
doing
we'd have
well.
been greater.
No, greater.
Yeah.
Strange enough, because they say, and then somebody tell me that, I think this is K-Fax with it, that Fayan wanted to sing rock or like.
And more power to her, because when she did what was it?
Azul or something.
No,
like that.
Raise or whatever it was. I can't remember the song right now. When she did that and people was clowning her at first, and then it becomes a thing after, they were dumb.
Yeah.
Because she's an artist.
know what
I
she-
don't know what a soca artist is, but I know what an artist is.
Yeah.
And I know everywhere else in the world.
It's
when
not
you
soca artist, it's artiste for some reason. I don't know
well,
every
there,
song like that.
nah, because we fancy. But my point being, I've never heard, a Jamaican is solely a reggae artist. Even Luciano, who is a reggae artist, is an artist.
He's an artist, yes.
Because he could end up however he end up. And let me tell you something. My favorite Kes song of all time? He's in LA in a recording studio and records a song. With a guy named Bishop Lamond. That Feeling is the name of the song. It's a fantastic R&B song. For me, it's like almost like Ryan Leslie, Fabulous Levels. It's a song that is beat right through. And people is like, who is that? Kes. What? It's my favorite Kes song. There's a version in our multiverse where Kes not singing soca either.
Now, but you're right, so you can get away with any.
No, he can't. It's because he's talented.
You can get away with any show.
No, it's because he's talented. And again, this coming from the fella who people would easily say just don't like soca, right? Because
Right.
it's the easiest thing.
Yeah.
But you could see the passion of saying this in. Like, no, Kes, to be fair to Kes, the boy bad.
I
But
mean, he
he's
would not make it this far.
Correct. But he's also limited in how bad he is because we don't know, because we don't allow our artists to do that. And then we complain at the same time that we only hear music from them once a year. And it's an anathema to self.
Chris Gracia.
Yeah.
Is
Next
good.
one.
Chris Gracia. Shout out Chris Gracia.
Gracia. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a I don't do that. Anyway, I do it. So now I don't feel as bad for getting the name wrong.
Gracia.
Gracia. Anyway, he sings classic. Like he has an excellent voice.
Yeah.
And
I
then-
mean, Destra is another one. Destra is a singer. You know?
There's not the artist plight.
No,
all
then
artists
think about
this.
it. And then
Well-
the greatest thing we know him for is Chutney Bacchanal. And then
Yes, shame.
and
But it
then-
has to be sometimes.
No, and then he's just be like when he
Yes,
sing
like-
the song and he's like, I don't know.
The abyss for the
it's a-
entertainer.
So, you all need a drop for me going to get really controversial.
it's
We have one.
Give me that one. So, fun fact.
Wait. You ready?
That is our
Fun fact. It is also the fault of the artists in Trinidad. Because bad enough, we box them into being a soca artist. One day, somebody, I think it was the Soca Monarch guy, decided that he needed to split soca into two so he could make more money.
More money, yes.
And as much as I see him as the Satan of our culture for doing that,
Who's this?
Can we call his name?
I'm not calling no names. I have no
Alright,
court close.
Okay.
Who's that one? No, I don't know who over soca.
All right. That
Whoever was the
person at the point
promoter,
in
I don't
time.
know.
Bro, I don't know none of fucking soca.
No, again, agreed. But my point is, up until that point in time, Soca Monarch was soca, and then it split into Power and Groovy.
Yeah.
Now let's just real quick. What is Groovy? Doesn't all music have a groove?
Well, no, is the one that take
see what happened
is the one that you
was-
could dance with, and is the one that the white girls could wine to.
So we can't dance to Power Soca.
No,
I thought Palance was a dance. Okay, sorry, my bad. And then we got Power Soca, which is let me tell you something.
Heavy metal.
When I have to spend too much time explaining something to white people, I good enough.
They come like having an occupation with 3 names.
And it's
Stop.
with-
Yeah.
No, I have a friend of mine. She chides me for being a curmudgeon. I had to go and look that up. I didn't know what it was. But she chides me for being a curmudgeon because her point, and I agree with her.
What's a commercial?
I can't remember. Go and look it up. That was Siri 4. So
Curmudgeon.
CUR is not CER. I think it's CUR for sure. So no, but my point is, right, she's right. Like, I have an issue with the external gaze. Nobody asking us to go explain to the white people, blah, blah, blah. But where I disagree with her is, I don't have the issue with it. Everybody down here trying to force this thing and soca to get a Grammy and whatever is the case.
Yeah.
So that is not me pushing it to them. It's all they pushing it to them. While having to explain what's the road, why is the Savannah Cross, what is the stage, what is... does anybody have to explain when 50 Cent said go shorty, it's your birthday? Do you have to explain that?
That was universally up here. When
When Teddy Pendergrass sings some shit, anybody have to explain what it was?
Teddy Pendergrass.
No. But in all fairness, that some songs that require some.
My point is.
Savannah Grass is a Trinidadian.
Yeah, but then I had to explain it. And like, I'm not mad, but okay, so the job. You really had to explain the job to people?
Yes, why people don't know what it is.
They don't have to know because when it hit them, it hit them. Nobody had to explain on my piano to me. Half of it is in French dialects and Zulu.
I get what you're saying, though. I understand.
But it's hit me, I be singing shit just phonetically because I don't understand what the hell they're saying, but it hits him in my soul. When Durban Gogo produced a track, it hits him in my soul. When Kabza and Mafrisa doing it, hits him in my soul. It in Zulu and Yoruba. And people just watch me go, wait, you actually could sing it? I like, not really. But it's kind of like the fella from Martinique who sing Bounty Killer. And like they had him on YouTube and he actually singing it word for word, but
like
he don't know English.
It's like the Spanish girls who be singing Trinidad.
Normal, but they actually don't know English. It's just the phonetics. So like I hear that. But this is my point. We shouldn't have to explain it. And it's our thing and we shouldn't have to care to explain it. Because the savannah means something to us. The stage means something to us and whatever the case. But unfortunately, it seems it doesn't really mean anything to us. Because we forever trying to explain it.
Okay, so I will forever die on my hill with saying that Trinidadians, we love mediocrity. We push mediocrity. That's our export.
Let's take a trick for that. No, take a trick for that.
Right? So with that love for mediocrity or that conditioning for mediocrity, what we tend to do is look for the easiest way to seem like we're great. You know, and we don't like to go in the depths.
Let me
get the drop again, please, because I'm going to say some more things here that are going to get me cancelled and my passport's going to be revoked. We will faster laud the team that we had to bribe half of FIFA and cause a multi-country international investigation than laud the 1990 didn't make it to the World Cup with some of the greatest players in the world at the time team. We will.
My God.
You understand that Dwight York was David Beckham, homie? I can't even say was, like is, maybe.
No, and was playing lateral team.
You understand who Latipi was?
We sold out.
And again, that takes nothing away from the reality of my boys in the World Cup doing the thing. But it also don't change how we got there.
Keep in mind, guys, this is his opinion.
Oh, wow.
This is his opinion 100%.
Wow.
Big
up Keyshawn.
Wait, who's that?
Walcott.
Oh, I thought it was a footballer.
Oh, God.
No, he does not. Give me any of a huge
Hitman's again. Big up Keyshawn Walcott. But that's Trinidad.
That's the name of the episode. Hit me, baby, one more time. Let's go.
I know what I hit, baby. He different.
You have a artistic license to name the episodes.
Wide license. And my arms are broad.
Yeah.
Right?
That's crazy dancing. Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Big up Keyshawn. Keyshawn has a goal. And guess what you can't do? You can't take it from him.
Right.
But if you look at the 3 Olympics before Keyshawn, look at the averages of what first, second, and third was for the javelin throw. Look in the Olympics after Keyshawn's gold.
It was always more.
Yeah. So we actually
sometimes you get a championship like the Toronto Raptors.
Sometimes you get a Hazley Crawford.
Hazley was doing anything.
Bullshit when you win that he was doing anything. I remember that was the year. That was the year. The first, second.
This is why I've always said if I was Otto Bolan, I'd run for the States. You know, literally, this is the worst.
No,
they would have feed me, clothed me, give me facilities, and I'd get gold.
He actually was.
He was not the He was the fastest in the fucking world at that point.
No, he wasn't. He didn't have to be. He was the fastest on the day he needed to be. That's right, he did his thing.
So he get the Toronto Raptors gold medal.
No, but hold on.
He get the LeBron James. COVID.
No, I want a slight that COVID LeBron James or they fall for that.
The bubble championship.
The bubble
shit. F4 for that bubble shit. Here's why. Because number one,
I'm gonna let you have this.
Needs to be around strippers. It's COVID that no strippers fan.
Right.
So he was just like, fuck this whole.
He not play the basketball.
I need hosts.
James Harden couldn't get past
because
the babyface assassin.
It had no hosts. It had no hosts. He's played better when he had hosts.
I watched Steph run Davidson to the Elite 8. I don't want to hear this.
Okay.
Hey.
I refuse to hear this.
Hey. Steph, his wife was now pushing up with her dumb cookbooks and she was getting on out of time.
Big up Aisha Curry. She's fire and her cookbook is fire.
Yeah, the food is good?
Yeah.
Okay.
She could cook and he's the chef, so I ain't doing that. But so my point is that we like to live in the fallacy of the celebration. We don't like to live in the moment of the work.
Exactly.
Because guess what? Guess why I can't take nothing from Keyshawn in spite of the stats. Keyshawn won that gold medal not because of us as a country and as a people pushing him. He won it in spite of us.
Alright, okay.
And you can't take that man's work from him.
Okay, I know.
You can't. He was the one in practice. He was the whoever.
You wasn't with him in the gym, sure.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym, right? So, in me saying what I just said, it takes nothing from him. I celebrate Keyshawn more than all of them. Matter of fact, I actually probably, because of how I empathize with that nobody cares about my humanity. I was always worried about everybody else's humanity.
Listen, we have a segment, well, not a segment, a show, right? That is not really like all shows. It's called No One Cares.
Where we talk
Oh,
about
yeah, nobody give a shit about 6'6".
So we want you come back for No
Nobody
One
gives a
Cares
shit
now.
about me.
Yes.
But no, but I remember you telling Shal, because I have people love and hate me. They hate me now. I've always had a reverence for Shal. Shal came into a rough situation in Jugglers with throat passing and all them things. People used to hate on him. No, Throat had just died in the.
Truth is a man.
Oh, right. All enough. Yeah, Throat was the original mic man for Jugglers.
When Throat was like, yo,
Yeah, nah. Pause. All right, so yeah, no, Throat. Yeah, nah. Throat the pass. Oh my
As a
God.
greed as a Nicotus.
Oh my
that wasn't crazy.
That was a Nicotus.
It sounds kind of crazy, but you know, with all due respect to Throat himself, Throaty, Trotman, I think was his real name.
Okay.
Trotman was a student of sound system culture. He clearly patterned himself off a Rory from Stone Love,
And,
because he had that voice. He had the Trinidad Tobago Jugglers International Sound System thing. He had that kind of deep voice and thing now.
Jugglers used to play in like QRC.
Yeah, he used to,
Okay,
active, and then back in his all them fellas used to do the West Circuit because they was going to school in them zones, right? And Throat dies way before his time in an unfortunate car accident. Car accidents have taken so many of people who I have
Big up
reverence for.
Jesus Solandi.
Yeah, big up Solandi, big up Giron Kwan, big up Clyde again, the outlaw died the other day in South, right? We lost so many people who meant so much to so many. So Throat passes. Everybody's in mourning. There's this fantastic story I'll give all at some other point in time about, I think it's like the week after, it was like the week after Throat died, and Jugglers and Active and them was going on celebs. And it was so much sadness in the buses and them. And then they hear we was having a dance in Trinity that turned out to be this legendary thing called Saddle to the East. So everybody ended up turning around and it ended up being like a celebration, a Throat. And we actually have like video from, I think you can find it on YouTube. It's like shot in night vision, all that sort of drama. That was us again. It was so crazy. But it was Anton and Mosiah Goldstar, they juggling dubs, Hoppy doing his thing and Radioactive. Jugglers and them ended up falling in. Umba ended up falling in. Audio Menace was there because Trinity. We was just like, this shit is crazy.
So
we popped this
Trinity
thing off.
is kind of like the west of the east.
Yes, it is.
It was.
Trinity is.
was.
I mean, literally at this point is we have a Bishop's East, a Trinity East.
It was.
We have East Gates.
It's true.
Right?
was.
Like Trinity, no, it still is.
I think it still is.
Trinity has the biggest mall in the Caribbean. Trinity has 2 malls and a plaza and a eight-story or 9-story complex.
A golf course.
A golf course.
Yeah, I think it's
we have rich people beyond rich people.
Yeah,
we have broke people because I live in there. Yeah.
Oh, no, don't let you know what
I'm not a millionaire. I am.
I'll ask. The girls want to know.
Yeah, they could want to know all they want. That thought culture helping them with me. Yeah, I'm not. I think.
Thoughts. I don't think you should. That's
No, if you care about my pocket, if you pocket watching, then call me a misogynist. Then what are you? If you pocket watching, what are you?
Last week we had a guest. We had a guest on. We had a guest. No,
I don't know.
Last week we had a guest on. And she said she had sweet friends. So I was like, oh, so they're single? She was like, yeah, I'm money. So
that was the first response.
My response.
Hell no.
No, my response was, they're bullying for money.
And she was
She got
offended.
She was offended. Like,
no, but if you're asking me if they have money, then they're selling services. No, whether or not they're passing punash or they're spending time. It's
do your friend experience something?
What's up for sale? Is the question.
It's a trade at this point.
Yeah.
No,
It's transactional at this point.
How much?
I agree though.
I know. Give me a price list.
Thank you. That's
Because when I came up as a DJ, my boy explained a couple of things to me. One, do ever meet a girl on the DJ thing because you'll lose that girl on the DJ thing.
Okay.
Because you'll go in a dance and she'll see you as the biggest light in the dance.
Last
and
night that DJ saved my life kind of way.
right? And then you carry her in a dance with bigger DJs and they walking out with your girl and you sad.
Yeah.
So that was one. But the second thing, which I ain't calling no DJs names in Trinidad, my boy was like straight up, yeah, we the fuckos. You don't pay for it, we're not doing that.
Tricking. Yeah, ain't tricking.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
So, Fun Drive, because we're doing plenty of those, there was a night where Shabba Ranks was in Trinidad. And we're in the Queen's Park paddock area. And Shabba Ranks is like 3 or 4 rows of cars over there. And of course, I'm the youth man in the team. So my boy like, hey, yo, look, Shabba, call him now. My middle name is Gas. You just put a battery in my back and I gone, right? So I ball out like, yo, Rex. No. Fun fact.
Don't call him Rex.
No, his name is not Shabba Ranks. He's a human behind that called Rexton Gordon.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yes, because if you saw Shabba, you'd be like, Shabba, and he'd understand immediately.
Okay.
Fun. You don't know.
I ball out, yo, Rex. He turned around. Who called me by my mama name? And turned around, as in making a beeline to us. We line with Shabba Ranks for like the next half hour till Johnny soon come up like, who's all here? What media house all here with? I go, who is we? Trust me, them days.
You could play.
No, I am an asshole. I am Kanye West before he was a Nazi.
Sabertooth. Yeah.
Hey.
All right, so here's what I would say, right?
Hey. Kanye West in that.
Kanye gets a bad rap. You know?
No, he gave himself a bad rap. Let's just be fair.
Hey,
I love me Kanye, but this Kanye, I ain't too sure. But my point is,
Okay.
Johnny rolls up and was like, rah. So Shabba not realizing, oh man, I gotta go. Because that was Johnny.
Because you're having fun. You're having fun.
Shabba turns to me straight up. Now, this is like 17-year-old me or 18-year-old me, right? Yo, me have some girl them at the Hilton. Oh, come and fuck some hoes. I like, yeah, my boy like, nah.
Bedroom bully,
Fuck some hoes. I'm the tallest in the crew. I just feel a hand just on my, because I done take a step forward, right? I like, I go and line with Shabba tonight. Go and build some kills. It's going to be great. My boy this time. We good though. Yeah, but tongue sweet thing.
At least it was Shabba and I did it because it could have been Diddy and you didn't know the difference.
I wasn't doing that with Diddy.
No, but you wouldn't know.
No, I would have known.
No, even back then.
I knew Usher was gay from day one. When I used to tell my first girlfriend that, she was mad at me.
Same shit.
She was mad at me. She was like, I just hate him.
Sorry.
Guys, I just need.
Hey, I'm a fan of Usher, the music.
We just need. I need to be
I'll
the
take
voice
Chris
of
Brown over
reason.
Usher. I just gonna say
Chris
that.
Brown is better than
What we doing here? We just doing the Twilight Zone, right? I need the fans to understand that this is Twilight, right? And we just shoot.
This is the Dream show today.
So this is the bullshit parade.
This is the Dream show.
Dream, right? So
what
does exactly Dream mean?
Oh snap! You're trying. I don't know what Dream mean. You need to go and buy a copy of Kutesi Kutela. I'm not doing this with you.
I have the first edition.
And buy the Naparima cookbook as well.
No, I'm not doing that.
You should. It actually has some good shit in it.
Bro, I look like ice cook.
Oh, fucks. You really Myron.
No, I look like ice cook.
I like to cook. Sorry. I like boasting with my cooking.
Is this the similar with Tantan Mooj?
I have no idea what that means. So, drive meaning we are not walking the straight line and we are all over the place.
Oh,
but
we
heading down the
free
road.
flowing.
We free flowing, correct.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Drive.
Cooking seems like too much work for me. I realize it. Like,
Actually, it's not. If you understand it, true math and chemistry is really not that much.
I get that point. I just don't want to understand. I don't like eating. Like, period.
Oh, I could tell.
I tell you, that's not my thing. Eating is not my thing.
Looks like you got a disease.
Yeah, I probably it's not a joke thing. Like, I never like eating.
Yeah, your disease, you do like food, but I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to look like you have a disease. You can't make it in Africa, you know. That moment I'm watching and go, what is wrong with you? You have a disease?
Yeah, well, you have what? Well, this is what get me in trouble right now because you can't be telling me about disease in Africa because
No, them actually right now, African shit is fire.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Just now, we need to repaint outside of the roads being dirt most of the time. And there's actually actual real reason for that, right? They're actually unpaving roads in the States as well. Right? It's outside of the roads being dirt. African wall, they think it isn't.
No, well,
we've picked the Wakanda.
Oh no, brother, no, I was supposed to go this year. I have to go Joburg. I have to go in a dance with 6,000 people around me. And all are we singing Sengi Gwale or you name it, you know, like Tishwala Bam or like Daliwam. We got
Daliwam. When they play that Daliwam.
No, he clowning this, but trust me, my guy. Go on YouTube and just look up like any Kabza. Go and look up any Kabza dance or like Major League DJs.
Oh no,
you will see 6,000. And watch me. Damn girls is straight fire. Let me tell you something. Oh God, I gotta say something not really off key. I ain't say, but they are straight fire though. Couple of them they had a weave right. They ain't get that weave sorted out.
Nah, I'll even not.
Couple of them they had to fix the weave, but you know what?
It's burning anyway.
That's why you don't get the Chinese synthetic. It's how to get the proper synthetic.
You gotta get straight from the Hindu temple.
Or wherever the asses come from, because sometimes not Chinese synthetic. The brown one is look real horrible.
They basically prove.
No,
all weave comes from India, or is that a day that like for the religious?
No, it's not all, but I know what I mean. No,
like most of
a good synthetic weave, you ain't gonna know. A good thing you know, brother, you're not gonna know. You can say what you want.
Hey,
Them girl and them is witch and is witchcraft.
Let me explain this.
Telling you, them girl who could do that.
Your autism may work with you in this way. My autism is smells. I can tell.
Nah, I'm telling
I
you,
can tell if girls are
my
them
guy. I'm
from our
All right.
okay. Pause.
Okay.
Pause.
All right.
No, before I'm not gonna unpack it, right? But just, I'm gonna drill away from it.
Yeah,
while
that
saying
was-
it. You're talking to somebody who walks into an office building and eyes closed says good morning, so and so, and she go, how you know? I smell in the elevator. So I get where you're coming from. You drop a dime there that was, you know, it was 2 nickels. It didn't need to really drop that dime. I feel you. I've been in enough fish fries in my life where I'm like, God damn.
You landed the plane.
God
You landed the
damn.
plane. The plane landed.
What we doing?
Yeah, nah.
Well,
Trust
they
me,
fix
that
it
fish
now.
fry. That fish fry started.
No,
That was since the bazaar.
And it's always be them girl that want to know about your pockets. Like, how you can
That
want to know about my pockets,
is
dog?
it.
Okay.
But they need
remember
a
Afro- remember Afro-
Makes me feel fine.
Smells like Teen Spirit. Anyway, I remember Afro Man was just like, good morning, ladies. He passing fish market. You know,
My
I
God.
don't know that one.
My God.
Listen,
Cold
my
45.
entire childhood was basically bush and.
You know Afro Man I talking about?
Serious? You a bush boy?
No, he's
I
not.
was 11 years around with Belmont.
Okay,
I was
so
a
let me
Belmont
tell you
fella.
my experience with bush. I grew up in the concrete jungle in Maloney, and there was a
Oh, you
savannah.
actually grew up in them zone?
Yeah, there was a savannah behind my house. That was the closest thing to bush. And the government never used to maintain it. Now.
Yeah, it's definitely bush.
It was always overrun.
Yeah.
Still is.
Still is overrun.
I wasn't originally an East boy. I was a Belmont kid, and my same cousin Pops, he used to be like a mass man and things. So I ironically had a very I had a fantastic 0 to 10. My childhood was beautiful. Every carnival I'd walk down to Norfolk Street, watch Robsy Motel do the thing, walk across the Savannah, watch the whole nine.
Belmont
It was
is
way
always
safer than.
But the answers are obvious. Yes. There's something about modernity that, you know, when your grandchildren willing to rob grandparents, is it really off?
Yeah.
But it's expected in the hyper-capitalist, over-American culture that we've decided to adopt. Because guess what? I love guns. When I go to Vegas, I like to go to the range. You know the problem? Guns expensive. Yeah. So when I see fellas down here just be popping off and you're hearing about how much bodies in a weekend and thing, make it make sense to me because they don't have money for ammo. Like ammo not cheap. So like I'm not trying to be tinfoil hat, whatever is the case, but whoever it is want these things to pop off down here clearly wanted to pop off down here.
Yeah.
Because it
pays for
can't-
other families.
It's somebody,
In all
because it's
these-
not the
in
kids
all
in
the-
Belmont and move on them.
Is in all the things you most likely will get cancelled and get passport cancelled. If you're talking that pro-communist shit. Because I was now like, oh yeah, this hyper-capitalist thing. I was like, hey, better
No, but
run.
that's what it is though. Like, all right, so feel me, right? I come from a generation where as men, I mean, we didn't like not take care of ourselves, and you know, we were like, you know, bathe and this, that, you slap on your Old Spice if you're into that vibe, whatever. But now we've been convinced that we had to have a skincare routine and ran. So what you trying to tell me is all them boy them from back in the days who was the girl them Skelachi,
Right.
who never once in their life had a facial and a manicure.
and elbow ashy.
So how they do it?
Yeah.
How it is you born if your pops, you have like 10 brothers.
Yeah.
How your pops pull that off without a facial?
It
But
was
you
never
need a
about- It
facial.
was never about that.
So don't try to convince me capitalism is just trying to sell us everything all the time. Don't try to convince me not.
Because I'm not sure. When the last time you like watch like a regular television?
Oh shit.
Think
I
of-
canceled Netflix about 13
No,
years ago.
not Netflix.
No, but that, I'm giving you
talking about,
context. I
like,
cancelled
TV.
my Netflix
So
about
imagine
15
regular
years ago.
TV though. That's like,
So because I
Literally last week called Digital and like, yeah, come and take all the TV box now.
because you know,
You know,
because I literally watch it and I'm like, oh, is this TV now?
Yeah, bro.
TV is crazy. Like
It's crazy.
They're selling basically. They have all these drugs and I don't know what the fuck the drug does.
nah, the
What
drug game,
is-
the drug game get
What,
crazy.
what it does.
So listen, but we mad at like weed and like if you want to snort, if you want to shoot, like I
Yo.
big up Scandinavian countries, yes, because you can't convince me that, you know, for everything from gravel to Valium, everything in between.
Yeah.
Although Trinidad is the land of Panadol if you're being fair. So we don't really take anything past Panadol.
Panadol,
Your
that's
hospital, like, yo, yeah, take some Panadol. Yeah.
Couple antibiotics and
And the one
And
day-
Moxil is we friend down here, dog.
and the one day it was given it during the dengue outbreak. Like from years ago. Now Panadine, it's Panadine.
yeah,
Nah.
Panadine is I think the
Panadol stuff kind of feels out. But why say
Yeah,
this?
same shit.
At this point in time, if somebody comes and tells me, yo, I smoking crack, and that make more sense than what the fuck this is.
Yeah, real
Like,
talk. Real
fentanyl
talk.
and all that.
Bro,
I think that is
I'm
crazy.
not talking about that, and I'm talking about it have so much.
No, the legal shit's crazy.
Everything is
It's
a commercial.
crazy. And then this is Trinidad, right? Like half the time you don't need a prescription for anything because somebody knows somebody who knows somebody.
Always.
We complain like licensing so slow. You want to know why licensing slow? Because if we stood in our line, you get to skip the line because you have a link. No, we've never tried licensing.
Oh.
So it's the link slowing it down, right? But whatever.
In the Philippines, it makes more sense that you literally have to pay for your license. That
Yeah, just do that and call it. Let me stop
That's
this.
how corrupt it is.
Stop the insanity. And it's like, oh, what we do injured. But this is who we are, right?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you think
This is who we are to our core.
you think I know I'm gonna try to trap him up now that
Trap me?
if we move to a communist state, if you move by Russia, if we go communist, like in terms
Well,
of
one,
our
Vladimir,
ideology.
much like Kanye West said about George Bush, Vladimir Putin does not like black people.
I know I'm not talking. I talking about communism as an ideology in terms of the
Communism as ideology is also severely flawed. Democracy as ideology is not real. We not aspiring to anything near what the Greeks were. What we have is a capitalist oligarchy at the end of the day. It's the same thing that we had before. And I'm not one of them woke, blah, blah, blahs. It's just that the reality is politicians' job is to get elected into power. Politicians' job is not to govern.
Yeah.
We confuse governance and politics. We confuse a podium and a jersey with a plan.
Make sure and use this as a
Right? And confusing these things don't make any sense because at the end of the day, we lack vision, we lack thing because there's a set of old people who, like, I remember one of my buddies is like, dog, you can make a good minister of education. And I like, no, I won't because they don't want somebody like me in this thing.
Yeah.
They don't need somebody like me in this thing. Right? I mean, like,
They will not accept you.
of course not. Explain to me, I mean, like, big up Jason Williams, Scooby, Senator Scooby, that was my homie. We went to school in Poly together.
Right.
And, he get like a year, whatever, and he out. Like, I mean, I'm not going to get into whatever convos he and I had. But ask yourself why a young, intelligent person who wants to be in service of the people is not by
Being pushed.
choice, not being pushed. He not there.
You're just like, nah, I get.
Ask yourself why.
So
right?
We know. Who knows?
Somebody
Why are we on an island where the bright idea some years ago was to put CNG in everybody's car?
That was it.
And not just to swap us over to hybrids and electrics one time.
One time, yeah.
Like what we needed 10 years of CNG for.
A little couple $100 million or something, so that
So
people
somebody could get the contract to put it in the
Yeah,
cars.
basically.
Like, yo, all you lacking vision, all you can't tell me this thing. We on an island, we have nowhere to go. We can't even see we driving from Florida to Texas. Been there, done that.
As a man,
So you don't vote at like at all.
Yes, vote all the time.
Okay.
Because I have crazy and I have less crazy. I have a choice between 9 times out of 10 between bad and worse. And
Herpes and AIDS.
yeah, like literally, it's not even piss and shit no more. It's like,
Herpes and AIDS. Which one?
which you wanna itch or you wanna burn?
you want? You wanna fuck with your immune system, or you wanna?
just be
Just
shamed.
get-
Just be shamed by
Do
the
you
public.
want visible bumps or
Yeah.
you want discretion? You want secretions? Wait, is it really bad, right? So, but at the same time, like, and I to say like I say it like Noriega from back in the days, from Capone and Noriega days. I don't mean to get political, but I stumbled across a WhatsApp status the other day with one of our leading political parties, decrying the idea that we're moving towards being a cashless society in 2025. And I was like, wait, let me get this
We
straight.
just changed the bill.
So you want me to keep cash in my pocket so I can get robbed. You don't want me to get to the point where I could go by the doubles man and I have no money on my boy. But let me still let him eat her food by tapping a card. You don't want that.
Nah.
You don't want me to live like I'm in Singapore. You don't want me to live like I'm in New York. You don't want me to live like I'm outside.
Interestingly enough, this
So you want me to go back to 3G too?
Dystopia
No,
is a thing. Yeah.
interestingly enough, what I like about what you just said there, I like one thing I say I like about like Toronto or like New York or whatever. Like it's had 777. Have 777 like a regular. You can get
Oh, me paying US for doubles is a trip. But you continue. I just
nah, I know-
bad flashbacks.
I
Bad
talk about
flashbacks.
that. And then, or like it's had the barber, same kind of culture where from. You go there now, then you realize, oh, they taking card. And then you'll be like, oh,
Why you
yeah.
can't take card for doubles in Trinidad is because they tax.
Well, right.
No, there's
Well,
that too.
I didn't get
There's
the- I
that
didn't get
too.
the point.
There's that too.
All of them pay taxes. The doubles man is pay taxes.
Of course. Well, no.
I don't want any states.
No, they don't, right? And let me be fair. Once you have any semi-cash economies, everybody's finding ways to have their loopholes and things,
Yeah,
right?
the dog man in New York.
And trust me, right? Like the
Well, the
old
name's
saying,
substitute.
there's a certain geographical location in Trinidad where plenty car parts are sold, and it's set in that geographical location. They have a receipt book for the morning and one for the afternoon, whichever one is lower.
yeah.
Right? That's how the old tales is going, right? I don't be in the
So
geographical
we heard.
location.
So
So
we
we used to hear back in the
Yeah.
days. So that is not what my point of contention is. Because at the end of the day, trust me, It's not just the doubles man. I'm not coming down with the doubles man. I know doubles man who's millionaires who driving M4 competition and thing.
Don't call my dog, man. Don't call my dog.
No, I'm not doing that. I just said I know that. But I also know doctors and lawyers who doing it, and they're supposed to be the pinnacle of our civil society, and they're supposed to be the ones who should be patting ourselves after, right? Why is it can't go by a doctor and paying links? How come them afraid they get robbed when they have thousands on them when the day come? So don't tell me we don't like this thing. Play the song, we like it.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. This is what we
That's
like.
true, yeah.
We like rocket.
I like a wine and a jam and a record.
like the
That's what we
shoppiness.
like. We like it so because it make sense. You are in front of people cheering. Yeah, we want cash. You know, next year is 2025, right? I don't want no cash, you know, lady. The lesser that we finally get to the point where we can tap a card. Finally, we don't have to swipe a thing. We don't have to punch a number. Everybody
Easier to
must-
scrape if you're taking
But obviously, again, I'm not again.
I'm
The,
agreeing.
the,
That's
the
right.
risks are still there. I'm talking about moving us to a more efficient rate of pace because we want to pretend we live in the States anyhow. Look, Amazon shipping directly to Trinidad now. Give thanks and praise.
What?
You didn't know that?
I didn't shop Amazon in a while.
You
What?
didn't know that?
So
And
those
we get
guys-
full. Bruh, let me tell you how dread it is, right? We pay duty up front. And then if customs overcharge you, you get back your refunds. Don't make me show you the emails.
How fast does this take to reach?
Less than 5 days.
So basically, same amount of time as that. Skybox going up.
No, Skybox is like
Skybox,
7 to 9,
yeah.
if we're being honest. It'll take
Amazon
you at least 2 to
fighting.
3.
Right now, Bezos beating everybody.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Base to come out with this rap album. I've been saying this for a
Big
long
man
time.
thing, Amazon Director Trinidad DHL dropping it to your house in your hand.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, you want to return it because you don't like it, then fit you, just drop it down in El Socorro by them. We living in the States. We like to pretend. This is what we wanted.
Yeah,
we wanted to
yeah.
go Miami with our wife every weekend. We want to go Canada. This is who we are.
Yeah, that's what we are.
Right?
We
So,
were spoiled by the boom.
yeah.
Yeah, we had money to spend.
So, okay.
Brother, you're talking to these slaves who came off the wrong portion of the ship. We didn't have to fight for nothing. We's not Haiti. We's not Jamaica. We cool. We chill. Trinidadians like to party. We's the cool ones. We everything. That's what they say, right?
Now
I
we
ain't
can really
saying
have a good
this.
time, you know. We know
That's
how
what
to
we
have a good
say.
time.
A hurricane will come and we've actually gotten people in the States to have hurricane parties. Where do you think that hurricane party should come from? That come from us.
Okay.
Like big man thing. Where do you think Jamaica pick up on Carnival from? Carnival was not thing in Jamaica. It's Jules and them carried. We had to teach them how to party. I will never forget Weekend Apart.
Well, yeah, did he do most of his bad boy stuff?
Bad Boy album was here. Why did Jay come down here for Big Pimpin'? He could have do Big Pimpin' anywhere in the world. Why he do China?
It's true.
Why China?
Because he was not jamming the local thing.
No, but not just. But outside of that, he could have go Rio. You know the kind of Sodom and Gomorrah Rio Carnival is?
Yes.
You know the kind of Sodom and
Nah,
Gomorrah
the
Rio
problem- the
Carnival
reason why
is?
that didn't play
AIDS.
off is the AIDS. Remember, that's why they stopped shooting porn and thing in Brazil because
AIDS.
I didn't see he was going to beat nothing, but you could
Oh,
feast
oh,
your
God, oh,
eyes.
God, oh, God.
My
You're
point
going
is,
down this
no, but nah, Jay and them don't need to go there to beat. He just fly them in to beat. He don't know how to do
it's not
that.
something like
billionaire,
you think this is Cristiano Ronaldo.
He don't know how to do that. He don't know how to.
That's
Nemo,
trafficking.
Nemo,
That's trafficking.
Nemo,
We
Nemo,
can't, we
Nemo.
can't be.
Brother, he calling names. I'm
Yeah,
like, what
dog,
is
that's
going
trafficking.
on?
trafficking.
I don't know. Remember
What
the
is
kid
he
who called
doing?
thing on him
That's
because
a
she
Rico
fried-
charge.
That is a full Rico, and you in it too now because you call names.
They can't be calling
When
names.
you get a subpoena, don't call
No,
me.
this is it on the internet.
Yeah,
supposedly.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On the internet, I didn't make this shit up.
That's okay.
Anyway,
Exactly.
right. So I said something to put a wedge in the wheel.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know, we can do
We
this
reach.
for like ever and ever. Because
That's the problem, as I say. I'm not going to have to be a repeat guest.
You have to. I mean,
you are. To me, I would like
That's
to say,
that's
I
honestly.
won't put you down as the goat, but you really are the OG.
Right.
Like, I hope it will come a point in time where I have your number and we can call him and be like,
683 Big C.
I can spell.
683 BIGC.
okay, cool.
You see how comfortable I said that, right? My number been on the internet now for like 20 years.
So it's like Mike Jones, except yeah.
Yeah, no, more like Ryan Leslie. We had to give it to the right person. Ryan Leslie was the first superstar. Ryan Leslie's numbers on the internet. You could call Ryan Leslie now.
And you'll answer. And
It depends. It depends. No. It depends. He has something called the Superphone application. So what happens is when your number shows up and your call ID and stuff, he knows if you've ever bought his album, how much money you've spent in his concert, blah, 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 blah. And based on what that application tells him is whether you're going to answer it or not.
okay, well, Baz, we had to spend some money on some Ryan Leslie tickets. I think we will get
No,
back
he's easy, man. I mean, and as I was listening, I was just listening to this Drink Champs episode. What Ryan Leslie did is what I'm doing right now at Amapiano. Right? So what Ryan Leslie did is he removed all his music from Spotify, from iTunes, all that drama. You want to buy his music, you got to buy it from him and him
like
alone.
Prince.
Worse than Prince.
Love it.
Right?
just-
Worse
yeah,
than Prince.
yeah.
Ryan Leslie, no. His point is, I don't need to be Jay-Z and have 100,000 followers or 1 million followers to be rich. I just need 15,000 people who buy into the vision. Because if each one of them buy a t-shirt, if each one of them spend $15, $20, I'm a multi-millionaire. And he is because of it.
Lady model. Lady model.
But anyway,
No, I agreed. And that's why I also, when I was talking to Brave, I was like, yo, I'm willing to come and support because at the end of the day, if I could give you all some unsolicited advice from the mind of an autistic 44-year-old man who's really a 14-year-old kid trapped in an old man's body.
Oh, like, so you're a trans teenager, trans adult.
He is too obsessed with trans stuff.
No, sometimes he was
I think he's watched trans porn.
No, I don't watch trans.
I'm sure he watches trans porn.
I don't want to know.
Oh, it's that.
There's one of them things on them I don't want to know.
No, I don't watch trans porn. I don't watch trans
I
porn.
would just,
I watch Transformers. If does he say
See?
that's what Transformers.
See?
dog in earlier.
Yes.
Transformers is not possible.
Yes.
I'm not saying that.
When he on Pornhub and he type in Transformers, where you think he gained back?
No, I don't want porn. I want to try type Transformers. Go on Netflix and watch Transformers.
Oh, yes, Netflix and Transformers.
Yeah.
Full disclaimer though, my brother.
Yours. You are
Yeah.
Full disclaimer, my brother is really he is the mind that he doesn't really expect to be that. So
Nah, I get his vibe. I like it. The first thing was I like your vibe, right? Your vibe is nice.
Yeah.
The thing is though, I'll be honest with you. You're already funny. You don't have to try to be funny.
Damn, he gets through. Oh, he gets through.
Right? No, I'm saying this. I live because of where my brain is. Everything for me is like the Da Vinci Code. I sit in this room and I see the matrix. Right? You're already funny, my guy. Like, if chicks, like in your whole life, if chicks didn't respect how funny you are, that was their loss. Because they would have had this dude who talks to them who would have make them smile, make them giggle and whatever is the case, and they didn't because it was too skinny. Because let me tell you something, women just have some bullshit metrics. Like you gotta be 6'3" and have perfect teeth and blah blah blah
Like
blah.
the guy who has 6'5" and has
right?
percentage teeth.
And whatever is the case, right? So it's like, okay, cool, but you can have some dude who actually like is fire and would be there for you and support you, whatever is the case. But you have your checklist and he don't make like 2 things on your checklist, so you drop the ball. But it's them. I just had a conversation with a couple of friends of mine because I span generations, and I was asking them because I don't like to tell people stuff. I was trying to ask because I want to understand where you are. I was like, let me ask you something. If you're in a social event or party, whatever is the case, and you see a fella and he's fine and you like him, you'll talk to him? He's like, no, I must go and get embarrassment. But that's not what you expect us to do right through.
Yeah,
and we just had to walk across the room.
How are you not red pill though? Because I don't.
Well, because I know myself, and I don't have a daddy complex or don't need a hero. So because I don't need a hero, I mean, and I don't know my dad, but I don't need a hero. I have a ton of heroes who are privileged. I'm privileged to have them people as my heroes.
Okay. Yeah.
So because I know myself, 2 things I tell kids to, I hate saying kids because these people in their 20s. But
Carbon.
Oh.
You can make these the message to the youths, right? So
yeah, I graze in my beard because I can see kids, right? So I tell the kids
watch
this.
out, my children.
Know 2 things. Know who you are and know where you are. And success is yours. Especially when you understand for both of those things it's temporal. Who you are today is not who you're going to be tomorrow, but you have control over that. Where you are today and tomorrow, you also have some control over it, but you might have less control over it. You might be born into poverty, you might be born into crime, whatever the case. You can make a couple of choices to determine who you are in that situation. And from that, it may alter where you are in a future space. So it's just 2 things you need to know. And the problem is most people don't know who they are. My mom is 70 and she still don't know who she is. She's still struggling. Yeah, and that's a real thing. There's the dude who's 55 who's still going on a boat cruise.
Yeah.
You need to be home. That's not your space, my guy.
Why are you there?
Why are you there?
Like a grown, it's a grown sexy boat cruise, or is the
nah. Why it is all our internet heroes is like, with all respect, while being disrespectful. You ever realize somebody say, not meaning to be homophobic, and then everything
and then it's
so,
straight in there.
with all due respect, everything I want to say is disrespectful. Why it is some random like old dude who's taking the mustache and about if you're big and have sense, and we love that shit. Or it'll be some, poor kid who is differently able that we what is about us that these are the reflections of the things that become our heroes.
Yeah.
So it's very, very easy for people to be red-pilled when literally they have chicks out here who, I have some bodies as my friends, and you go for real, single, and the next response is you have money.
Yeah.
You're surprised that when you swing the pendulum too far in one direction, what is the basic rule of physics? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So you have now bred a generation of assholes for men who, at a minimum, the truth of the red pill movement, as wrong and disgusting as it is we have value too. The problem was since I was 10, I had my first girlfriend when I was like 10. Because when I was 10, I was like 6'1", 6'2". So I come out of boys' school and primary school, I go on into Hillview of all places, and my girl at the time was going Gustin. Gustin at the time was some hot chicks. It was fire.
Still was when I was going. I was going.
Right? I had a Gustin thing in
Give me the girl that
Hillview
we
in
do
Form
do
1.
this,
In Form 1. And she had to work that maths out because, she friends like, what you doing?
Yeah,
Because she was older. She was older.
Yeah, she was like 14 going on 15. I was 10 and going on 11.
Get true.
Them
Of course.
Gustin girl
Of
around
course.
15,
Fine.
like bedding iron.
Ole's still good now.
We still talk from time to time. I see her daughter right through and as be like,
I was gonna ask the question.
as be that old dude be like, you could have be, and she's be like, hush, hush. And I'd be like, yeah, because that shit just funny,
But okay.
To me, just
So,
funny.
so that was the final
Right.
words.
So
Yeah, that's
we have
all
to bring,
true.
we have to bring it back.
Yeah.
I have no funny.
we really
thing.
requesting I come out, no one cares.
No,
So
no
we
one
can
cares.
really just.
We can
Whatever.
just-
I
we can
down
shut
for the
down.
cause.
We
Yeah.
could go down.
I'm just a servant to the people. I ain't nothing more, ain't nothing less.
Your turn, dog.
Yeah, so Patreon. I don't like when
begging
people that say
boy.
something. I don't like when people that say something neutralize what I'm going to say. So I'm funny to say, can you catch me? You catch me? Can't. And in the cookie jar. Well, I mean, hopefully we get our wetty next week. Okay. That's all. Wetties, anyway.
More or less. You know the usual. Everybody do good every time and good shall follow you. Right? We out. Later.